Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? How are we feeling for tonight? Guys, how are we feeling? How's everyone's day going so far? Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic day today. Hopefully, you guys are feeling good. Hopefully, feeling good right now. I see we're getting a few more viewers in right now. 14 congruent viewers and counting right now, guys. And only 6 likes. If you haven't already, if you're watching the stream, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Lets us know you guys want us to continue doing all this free content out for all of you guys. Make sure that we're still doing some more streams out for everyone. Who we got in the chat so far? Let's see. Let's go pull up the live chat. There we go. There we go. Jaw, what's good, man? Hello, hello, everyone. Good to see you as well. Black Brick, what's going on, man? Renzo Demata, hello. What's up, dude? Good to see you as well. Happy Ghost Ninja, always a pleasure. Tongue smiley face, hello there. Cuckoo Rico, how you doing, man? How you doing today? You at Disneyland right now? Hey, that sounds fun, man. That sounds absolutely fun. Disneyland with the Familia sounds like an absolute blast. Let me know how that goes, by the way. Let's see who else we got joining. Russell Rickards, hello. Hello, anyone know if the new location? Yes, for right now, Russell, we have moved into our new home, for the time being at least. Obviously, anything can happen in the future, but as of right now, you know what I mean? We did, if we wanted to, keep things going, right, and, have everything be copacetic, we definitely needed to go ahead and look at new locations. Just, let me put it this way. Real estate in California sucks for everyone. It's sucking for everyone right now. So, again, got to do what we can. You got to do what we can. And again, the new location is, honestly, has a lot of improvements. I got to be honest. I do like it a lot, considering how much more stuff is actually there. You know what I mean? Considering how much stuff you can actually get there the same day. Because that was one of the biggest complaints that we had at the old location was that, like, yeah, it was cool. It was a nice hangout spot. But at the end of the day, a lot of people who came in who were product driven, who just wanted their products, wanted to be able to get their stuff and then get going. It wasn't there, right? We had a very limited amount of space for items. So if what they wanted wasn't there, a lot of times customers just wouldn't come back. You know what I mean? So that was something that we definitely had to deal with. And thankfully, we don't really have to deal with that too much anymore. We don't really have to deal with that too much. It's definitely gotten a lot better in terms of that. But yeah, man, again, good to have you on the stream, man. We got 36 viewers and going up. Guys, if you want us to continue with these streams, you gotta make sure that you throw up these likes, man. Smash that motherfucking like button. Smash that freaking like button, dude. It's going down. Who else we got joining in the chat right now? Darwin's Arbiter, my man. Hello, hello, hello. Dark Tree, my brother, how you doing? Quentin Self, how you doing, man? Sky VR, Mr. Savage 710, hello. XRP Pharaoh 9, hello, 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 hello. Christian Ocampo, hello, man. Good to see you as well. Good to see every single one of you. Evangelize to the world. Yo, what's happening, dude? Good to see you too. Genesis Martinez, what's happening, man? Daniel Cockroach, hello, 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 hello. Can you answer questions about recent orders? Not really. I don't have admin access on this computer, so if it was like a status update or anything, I would not be able to. If you do want to go ahead and get like a status update or ask a question about an order that you recently placed, make sure to DM us on the live chat on the website. If you want to know where that is, bottom right-hand corner of the website. You can see it right there. That little orange bubble. Click that and you'll be able to type away a message, leave your order number, and we'll be able to get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Just keep our hours in mind, of course, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll be able to go ahead and help you out with whatever it is that you need help with, man. No worries. We got you. We got you. All right, Tom B. Hello, hello, hello. what are you saying, Tom B? I'm over the moon considering what I got in Cisco's Mystery Box. Hey, man. Hey, that's what's up, man. Getting Cisco's Mystery Box, that's a vibe. Stay tuned because my Mystery Box is going to be going live too very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Casper, man, always a freaking vibe to have you. Crazy Jay, what's going on, dog? What's going on, man? Good to have everyone here. Good to have Cutter, my man. We got Cutter in the house, man. DB Sports Media, yo, dude. Hello, 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 hello. Good to see every single one of you. All right, it is now 7:35. Why don't we go ahead and get this started? All right, so I know I'm gonna break a lot of you guys' hearts right now. It's gonna suck a lot, and I do apologize for this. 10 minutes before I turn on the stream, Bossman let me know that he is still unable to go ahead and help with the live stream. He is unable to go ahead and still help with the live stream at this time. He is still recovering. It's not 100% better yet. He thought he was going to be able to make it on for tonight, but he's just not able to. I wish I asked him if he was able to. He was really trying to, but honestly, it just doesn't seem like it's going to be possible right now. He's not 100%. He's not 100% right now, so we're going to wish him the best of luck, in terms of recovery and everything. He should be okay. He seems like he's, on track to recovering right now for his eyes, but it is taking a little bit longer. It is taking a little bit longer, and we don't want to push him to go ahead and do that because, again, it's just it would be unfair to go and ask him for that. So that's why I changed the title. Originally it was the giveaway night tonight, but again, we are going to be holding off on that just because, again, we don't want to go ahead and push Bossman too much. It does suck. Yeah, he is getting better. It is better. Trust me. It was way worse before. Like, it was pretty bad. Like, I was trying to gloss over it pretty quickly, but no, it was terrible. You know, it was pretty bad. But he is doing better. I can at least say that he is doing a lot better. It's just, he's not fully there yet, and it would be unfair of us to go ahead and continue to push him when he's just not able to. And honestly, if he were to do it right now, he could probably try, but he would probably miss some entries. You know what I mean? We don't want that. We definitely don't want to do that. We don't want to shortchange anyone in terms of their entries right now. It's $1,000 shopping spree. We're going to take this with the utmost seriousness. So if either he or I are not at 100% to be able to go ahead and give off the information, and be able to read off entries as thoroughly as possible, we're just not going to do it. We're just going to hold off until he feels better, until he can see properly, until he's all good to go and everything, and then we'll be able to go ahead and continue these shopping sprees. So, again, I do apologize. Again, Bossman apologizes as well. He is not able to do the giveaway. He's not able to read out the lists tonight. He's not able to go ahead and send them over to me, and obviously I don't have access to that stuff. Security thing at home. Right, so we're gonna hold off until Tuesday. I do apologize for the inconvenience. I know a lot of you guys look forward to these giveaways, and I do too. Trust me, I was super excited. I was pumped for tonight. I was raring to go. But if he lets me know that he's not feeling it, we're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna push Bossman to go ahead and do it. So hopefully you guys can understand. I know majority of you guys are really cool about it, and majority of you guys that are legit members of the Mayo Gang community, are gonna be more than understanding and more than patient with it. So I appreciate all of you guys' continued patience with this. I really do, sincerely. Really do, and Bossman does as well. He wanted me to let you guys know that he was sorry, that he did try, but he's just not quite there yet. But again, hopefully, over the weekend should be get better. So by Tuesday, he's 100% back on the horse, ready to go. So if in the meantime, this is going to be a hangout stream. I am going to be still throwing up some promotions right now during the duration of the stream. You guys see it right there. I'm going to keep it simple. Every $50 you spend right now will be getting you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, if you want to get your orders in, that way you can qualify for the $1,000 shopping spree. Guess what? At the end of the day, you now have more time. You now have more time. That means we should have a fuck ton of entries by the time Tuesday rolls around. That means by the time Tuesday rolls around, we should have a ton of entries, qualifying orders to get entered into it. Bossman gets better. Yeah, he's getting better. Feed a recovery family. Yeah, dude, he's gonna get better. He's gonna be able to get better. We'll be able to keep track of double entries from tonight and Tuesday. Right now we don't have double entries. Evangelize the world. It's not double entries right now. It's only the 50. Every 50 gets you 5. We can always go. Here's the thing. We can always go back on the orders themselves. We like on our admins. Like we can always go back on the order history and like set the times. Like, all right, cool. From this time to this time, I was running a promo. Let's check it. All right, cool. And we can just go do it that way. Just go off the list. It's actually very easy to do so. I just don't have that here with me. You know what I mean? So it's actually very, very simple. We can totally keep track of all that stuff. It's just we can't do it in real time right now because, again, Bossman is usually the one that does. That's why if I ever doing like shout-outs and stuff, a little behind-the-scenes stuff, he's usually the one that actually gives me all the behind-the-scenes stuff, lets me know is like, hey, we see so-and-so got their order in, right? And we're like, oh, shit, well, let's give him a shout-out. That's how it usually works. But if he's not there, I can't track it real time, so that's why we're not going to be able to go ahead and do the giveaway tonight. So again, if you guys do want to hang out for the stream, I sincerely appreciate it. If you can, make sure to still leave a like on this stream. Again, make sure to share this around with as many people as possible. Let them know, hey, guess what? If you really wanted to participate in the shopping spree giveaway, you just got a little bit more time. You just got yourself a little bit more time to enter the giveaway going on now Tuesday. So make sure to go and get your orders in. I'm running this promo till the end of stream, so make sure you do so. Well, you guys, how can you get in the giveaway, Quentin Self? Dude, very, very easy to do so. Very much easy to do so. All you got to do normally is place a $20 or greater order. I'll leave a link to the rules into the live chat for y'all to check out for yourselves in case you wanted to give that a read. I strongly suggest you do so. Right, check that out. Every $20 order or greater order that you spend with us at Airsoft GI gets you an automatic ticket in. It's an automatic ticket in. Right, but of course during the durations of our live streams that we do, bear in mind I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays during the stream, and sometimes on Wednesdays if I have time. Sometimes on Wednesday if I have time during in-store hours. I like to throw in promotions to help you guys increase your odds of winning the next prize pod. It's just something I like to do extra to help you guys out as much as I possibly can. Now, actually, I did have something cool for today as well. I actually did have something very, very cool. My man RGK, Random Guy Kev, influencer extraordinaire, the man with his hand in everyone's cookie jar. It sounds like an innuendo now that I see it. Anyway, this man is absolutely everywhere. He is on top of it. Has been a long-time supporter, of course, of the channel and just Airsoft community-driven content in general. I really, really do appreciate him. This man is literally everywhere. He's the boogeyman of Airsoft. He's the Baba Yaga of Airsoft. So if you guys do want to ask either myself or RGK any questions, he's only going to be on for a little while. Bear in mind, he is taking the time out of his day. It's 10:30 where he's at right now, so it's a little late. I know he likes to go to bed early, my sweet prince. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a call right now, and we'll go ahead and just answer some questions. If you do have questions for myself or for RGK, feel free to put the letter Q right in front of your question. We'll be able to go ahead and answer your question as soon as we possibly can. Let's go here. Our voice call. Let's put up his volume. Giving him a call. Let's see if he answers. Oh, shit. Yeah. I always expect to do a voice call, and then you surprise me with your handsome face.
I mean, I could just turn off my camera then.
No, you're good. No. You did this. Now you're gonna be in here. Let's see if I can pull this whole full screen out. Ah! Okay, I don't know computers. Hold on. I can figure this out. Pop out. Yes. There he is. There's that handsome man.
What up?
There he is, RGK in the flesh. For those that don't know, RGK has been, again, like I've said, influencer extraordinaire, whether it be on Instagram, on YouTube as well. This man is literally everywhere, and pretty much everywhere all over the country, constantly traveling, doing events, letting people know what's going on in the Airsoft community, down to literally having a schedule for what exactly events you have coming up in the next several months, which always, by the way, is very appreciated. I know a lot of people really love being able to go to one channel and have access to all that stuff. But yes, if you want to go and give yourself a little introduction for any new viewers, because I see that we saw like 1 or 2 new guys in the chat. If you wanted to go ahead and give yourself a little red carpet.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I go by Running Back Kev. You can find me on all your social media platforms. YouTube, Running Back Kev, Instagram, RGK_Airsoft. But yeah, I mean, I normally curate a lot of things in the community. The event list is normally like just major events happening across the U.S. So if people want to jump in or go to one of them, they know where to look. You can check everything out on rgkairsoft.com. So that's one-stop shop for everything kind of going on in Airsoft in the U.S. for that much. But yeah.
Absolutely. I actually do. Hi, he says. Hi. That's man, a few words I see. But no, actually, there was a couple things I wanted to go ahead and talk about. But one of the things too that also, again, just something I do appreciate in the general sphere of Airsoft content, right, where you see a lot of stuff that's being put out there, and a lot of people like to say that they are community driven, right? A lot of content creators like to say that they are like, it's for the good of the culture and everything. But I look at a lot of their content, and it definitely seems very self-serving, and I get it. They're trying to market themselves. They're trying to make a name for themselves, make an earning. I get all that, so I really do appreciate that. Despite all that, right? Despite seeing how it does work, right? It does, that sort of content does work and get the attention, it gets the views. You definitely seem like more the type to actually care more so about the overall health about the Airsoft community first, and then maybe yourself. Like, you're not putting a bunch of like crazy moments on an Airsoft field. You will put gameplay out there, but you're not really doing that, like focusing on that. You're more so focusing on like get-togethers, maybe talking about products themselves, or even just talking to other members of the community, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, there are a lot of people that consider themselves influencers and personalities and all that stuff. I'm just Kevin. I hate that title, Airsoft celebrity, and people like to, drop their little hit compilations or their TikTok videos, and it's like, bro, like, okay, cool, that's great. I love that you do that, but don't give yourself a title out of nowhere just because you have 100,000 followers on like TikTok or Instagram or something like that, YouTube. A lot of that doesn't matter, especially if the Airsoft community isn't growing. And it's like, okay, people love those viral, entertaining moments, but if you are not bringing people into the community, engaging with them, having like serious conversations sometimes, like, hey, where do you like to have fun at? What's your hobby and things of that nature? Then what's the point? Like, you could have all these followers and all these people like you and stuff like that, but if nobody new is joining the hobby, then what's the point? Because the hobby just continues to get smaller and smaller, because people get alienated by those, those montage videos that are just hit compilations or Magnum videos or, just like hey, I just want to make a laugh or create some type of entertainment for myself where I can monetize it.
Oh, I get it. It makes sense. Again, mostly focusing about themselves as opposed to thinking about everything else or the entire community as a whole. So and honestly, it's cool when you actually get to. I'll sometimes see that when you either have on like your podcast, your interview, right? You'll interview dudes like Josh Warren, and then you'll talk to guys that are like more like Speak QB side of things, right? So it's really cool when you get to do both sides. You get a lot of representation there. I think it's always very important. Out of curiosity, you don't have to be super direct, but if you want to, you can be. It's a podcast, I mean, or it's a live stream, so there are only so many people that watch, all 41 of us. But have you ever had to talk to someone or met someone in the airsoft community, and you don't have to say names, but have you ever met anyone like in person, and maybe they came off as a nice person in their videos, but as soon as you met them in person, they were just a jerk, or they were just like two-faced? Has that ever happened?
That's happened a lot.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, that's happened a lot. And I try to remove myself from those. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt when I meet them, because personally, I don't like. I may have conversations with people online, and then when I meet them in person, sometimes it's like completely different. It's like a 360. And I think I tell people, humble yourself. Like, don't assume people know who you are. Just walk up. Hey, how you doing? My name is so and so. I've seen your content before, or I've never seen your content before, but I'm interested in what you do. Just keep the conversation casual. We're all human at the end of the day. Don't put yourself on a pedestal in airsoft. We're playing with toy guns. Come on, stop it. It's like I've talked to people, and it's like you give me the weird like energy, and I take a step back, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need it. I'm
You're
okay.
Just gonna disassociate at that point, right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm okay.
Oh, I'm glad that you were able to at least like remove yourself from those situations, because I can't imagine if like you come across someone and they end up just being an absolute douchebag the entire time. Then it's like, I think I'm just gonna walk away from this. I don't think I want to have anything to do with this. Oh my goodness, guys! I just got in right now too. I got in a. This is someone texted me right now. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do it right now. Just Bossman had someone text for him real quick. Right now, just because we wanted to go ahead and make up for the fact that again we had to postpone the shopping spree giveaway until Tuesday. We're gonna go ahead and add an additional $250 to the prize pot as well. So again, if you guys wanted a little bit more encouragement to get your entries in, now we're looking at a $1,100 or $250 prize pot. That's a tough number to say. That's a $1,250 prize pot. $1,250. There you go. 1250. There you go. 0.00. There you go. That's how much we're gonna be raffling off next Tuesday. So again, promotions are there. Get your orders in while you guys can, just to make up for all you guys. Again, we wanted to make sure that we reward your patience, because we do appreciate it. Okay, so you definitely have been able to go ahead and do that. You've come across a few people like that. Have you ever? Because have you seen our latest podcast episode?
I have not watched it yet. I know you guys are. I know you guys are on season 2 now. Like I'm gonna get there. I'm watching too much true crime right now. I'm watching too much true crime right now on Netflix.
You watch true crime stuff?
Bruh, I love watching true crime.
What?
I love watching true crime. It's like I'll even work out and listen to true crime podcasts, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I love it.
Dude, that stuff I have to tell Jez to like not watch like those true crime podcasts or any sort of like murder mystery stuff, because it's just like the minute she listens to it, if it's past 7 o'clock, she's like at night, she's like looking at me, she's like, I can't sleep, I can't go to sleep, or she's like, I had nightmares about someone chasing me.
Yeah, I mean, it's my little thing. Like I've been stuck on Worst Roommate Ever on Netflix, and it's just a scary story about people just having bad, terrible roommates that end up killing them. So it's just one of those things where it's like, wow, how didn't you not see the signs? So, but I'm gonna get on the airsoft stuff. Then I get distracted by food as well, the food content. So it's like that's a whole nother thing. But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there soon.
Some real ADHD brain right now. Okay, so going back to the podcast topic, Boaz and I were talking about weird things. Well, first we were talking about new products coming out in airsoft, obviously things that we're really, really excited for, things were like that are coming out and that we actually now have on the website. I'll be showing those as well. But we also started talking about weird things that we've encountered on the airsoft field, or just in airsoft in general. I don't mean weird as in like I don't know, like weird people. I mean like strange occurrences, maybe even sort of dabbing into the paranormal side of things, right? And then we started a little talking about that and some of our experiences that we've had on the field. Have you ever had anything either really creepy, maybe something that was unexplained happen to you on the airsoft field, or are you like Boaz, where God is on your side and like demons just don't like you?
Yeah, I mean, I've never had anything crazy like that happen to me. Like, I'm a clumsy person on the field,
Uh-huh.
so like I may have fallen or thrown a grenade off the wall and it bounced right back at me, but that's kind of it. Like nothing like paranormal activity type stuff.
Dude, I'm not even joking, man. I've only had I think one like paranormal, because everything else that happened to me there was an explanation for it, but I've
Mm,
only had one paranormal experience like type thing happen to me, kind of, at a Milsom game, and it was at Milsom West, George Air Force Base. You've been to George before, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So you know the vibe. Very derelict, very much abandoned. There might be a few high desert
Oh wait,
wizards.
in California.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I've not been there, but I've seen the videos and people keep telling me like it's people have died there.
Like like
Like
years ago.
yeah, but they said it's like semi-haunted type thing, and it's like you don't
It's
want
one
to
of those
sleep there at night.
yeah, it's one of those places where it's like it's so derelict, right? It's and obviously you got like maybe a few like a few crackheads here and there like just kind of roaming around, trying to blaze it up there, but it's just you can't really explain a lot of the stuff that you end up seeing or sometimes hearing, and you don't know whether it's maybe I'm just tired from pulling an all nighter, right? Or I have my nods on and I'm starting to like hallucinate and see shit, right? Or maybe they weren't even there in the first. You never know, right? The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
time that something like weird has happened. Do you have a weird thing with like rodents and like rats and stuff?
Not really. It was in New York they're like
Oh yeah, they're like
cats.
yeah, they're like cats to you guys.
They're like dogs. They look like dogs essentially.
The radiated rats that are about the size of chihuahuas roaming around.
Yeah.
But I remember, and again, if you guys haven't seen the podcast, I'll give you a little teaser of what you guys can expect. But there was an incident where I remember sleeping at George, and I didn't really want to deal with all the asbestos and all the shit that was inside the buildings. So I'm like, I'm gonna sleep outside. So I sleep outside in the open air, nice and cool. I'm sleeping in my sleeping bag, and I'm like half asleep when this happens, right? I'm half asleep. My buddy who's next to me, he's completely crashed out. He's conked out, right? He's not waking up for shit. And I see something like moving in the corner of my eye from like left to right across this like brick building that's like maybe 10 feet away from me. And I'm like, what the hell is that, right? It looked like a weasel or something, right? Just moving around. It was all white and like moving super fast. And then it stops. And then it looks at me for a little bit. And I swear I wasn't wearing like, or I had a flashlight or anything. It just started having like this weird glint in its eyes. Like it was almost like orangey yellow. And then it like jumps and then it
Nope.
disappears. And I'm like, what the hell, where'd it go? It
Nope.
reappears out of like this pile of trash. It looks at me, keeps looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? And then it just starts moving and hopping. And then it leaps
Nope.
out to me. And I swear to God,
Nope.
I like freak out because I'm like, I'm about
Nope.
to get bit by a rat. And when you get by a
Nope.
rat, you turn into a rat. And then I'm like
Mhm.
freaking out. I'm like, where the fuck did he go?
Mhm.
And out of thin air, just completely disappeared. And like my buddy, like he's finally awake. He's like, dude, you okay? You just woke up all of a sudden. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no way that was a dream. That was way too fucking real. It just
Nope.
completely disappeared out of nowhere. So Boaz is convinced there's a ghost rat that's roaming around in Milsom West now.
Nope, no thanks. Like anytime something like that happens, yeah, I know the signs. I move away. I just go in a different direction.
Yeah, that
I don't
one.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm out of the event. I'm going out of here. I'm done.
I'm out of here. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm gonna check out.
Jesus Christ. All right, guys. Remember, during the duration of this stream, make sure to go and get your orders in. Every $20 or greater order automatically gets you entered into the shopping spree giveaway. Not only that, again, every $50 you spend gets you 5 entries. Don't miss out. It's going to be going down this Tuesday. Make sure you're there. $1,250 are now on the line, so don't miss out. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, because I know it's pretty late for you, and I do appreciate you taking time out of your day. What is
Yep.
your opinion? I have to start off this whole thing now with a new conversation topic. New start to the conversation. What is your opinions on Hi-Capas? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Are you bored of them? Or is that what you run personally?
I don't mind them. I run I have a Lancer Tactical Strike Hi-Capa.
Oh, okay.
It's still stock. I haven't upgraded it. I haven't done anything to it. Works right out the box. I mean, I probably added a barrel, I think it was a Lancer Tactical barrel. That's kind of it, and it just works. I don't like how people just like they buy something stock and they immediately upgrade it. It's like break it in, run it till you can't run it anymore, and then upgrade it. Like, why buy a new gun if it just works perfectly fine. And like, you know, a lot of people ask me, hey, is that TM compatible? I personally don't care. I mean, it is, but I don't care. It works. It shoots people. It does what I need it to do, and I'm fine. I like Hi-Capas. I like standard pistols. As of late, I've been using the Lance Tactical Strike, the Smith & Wesson M&P 9C, the compact. I love that one. And then the Cthulhu. I just started using the Cthulhu, and that's been fun.
No, okay, no, I get you. The Cthulhu is also a really, really cool platform. As far as like Hi-Capas, I don't know about you, but like you know me. Like obviously you've seen our content before. You know that I'm the guy that like I fucking hate a lot of standard. As much as I appreciate standardization, sometimes I get really bored of the same shit over and over again, right? And I think that is a kind of a problem in airsoft in general, right? Boaz and I always have the joke: everyone's allergic to innovation, right? If it's not TM standard, then apparently people don't want it, right?
I agree.
Which, again, I understand the benefits of it. Trust me, it's very nice to know that, hey, if I break this part or break this airsoft gun, I'm going to be able to go and find a replacement component, whatever it might be, pretty much anywhere. Yep. Obviously, Airsoft GI, the only place it gets you. Shopping spree, give reward store credit back. But yeah, I totally get why going with that. But I do think if that's the case, why not just go with other platforms? What are your opinions on the M17, the SIG M17s, P320s? Is that a platform you like? Don't have too much experience with them?
I don't have too much experience with them. I've used the real steel ones.
Oh, sweet.
And those feel good. Those are fine. But I've never used the airsoft variants. I have not.
Oh no, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't used any. I have a couple friends that have it just because they have the real steel ones.
Yeah.
And that's always good practice. But I've never used the airsoft versions.
One of the cool things that I really do like about a lot of the airsoft SIG platforms that we get, like the 320 system in general, is that it's actually a very, very easy and very modular system. I don't know if you've ever taken one apart, but it's actually super easy to do. So it's the biggest problem that I have with a lot of like Hi-Capa stuff is that I feel like we're at a point in airsoft now where we've done pretty much everything that we possibly can.
Everything.
Yeah, right.
Everything to it.
There's nothing else for us to do with the system with the Hi-Capa. And not only that, if you really think about it, the Hi-Capa is outdated as fudge, dude. Like, it's so old, right? It's been around forever. And again, it's a good system. I'm not saying it's bad, but it definitely is showing its age a lot more and more. And what I love about the 320 series, obviously M17s, M18s, is that it's actually very easy to go ahead and do disassemblies and then start putting them into other things. Like this one, for example, the 320X carry, right? Very simple, very easy, very slick on its own. But what's cool about this bad boy is that all the guts that you would need to get to it, it's a fire control unit, everything like trigger box, right? Literally is all in one piece. You don't need tools in order to get to it like you would a Hi-Capa where you would need to go inside of the actual grip or into the frame and start taking shit apart. It's very easy to just pop out, and then if you wanted to put this into a carbine kit, hey, there you go. It's going to be very easy, just like the real deal, which is very, very cool. And I think, honestly, considering, because Bossman and I were talking about this, there's a fuck ton, dude, a fuck ton of aftermarket components and companies that are making stuff specifically for the 320 platform. I think in like, I don't know, give it a few years, maybe like 5 years tops, I think the Hi-Capa might actually have a competitor as far as like the go-to like pistol platform in airsoft, which I know sounds kind of crazy considering how popular the Hi-Capa is, but what do you think about that? Do you think that it's time that we retire the Hi-Capa and move on to something else, or are you kind of like set, you prefer sticking with what you got currently?
I mean, I like what I have, but I think, yes, the Hi-Capa market is flooded currently. There's so many Hi-Capas that are out there, and it's like, all right, what's next? And that's why I like trying different pistols that actually, work. I mean, outside of a Hi-Capa, because everybody says, hey, go Hi-Capa, and then immediately start upgrading it and gutting it and changing it to something else.
Good on its own?
And yeah, they don't even try it on its own before, even doing anything. So, I mean, I think the Hi-Capa market is going to keep going where it's going, but I think that other products are going to come into play.
Yeah,
I think.
like this company that we just put these on pre-order too. This company
Mm.
PH Plus, we got the samples in a little bit earlier this week. If you guys are on our Discord server, you guys would know. This has been being teased around for quite a while. But we have slides now available for the M17 in the stainless steel gray. Obviously, we got the bronze, and of course, we got a solid black. But more of this stuff is going to become readily available for the 320. It's coming out swinging, man. It's coming out absolutely swinging. There's so much new stuff that's coming out for this. PH Plus is also making stuff for Glocks. You ever had that problem before where you obviously you get a Glock right of some kind, whether it be an Elite Force official license Glock or a TM spec G series, and then it's like the magazines sometimes kind of not always work with each other. This brand PH Plus makes mags that are supposed to work for everything. It doesn't matter what G series or what Glock style internal system it's using. It's going to be able to go and work for anything that is a Glock system, essentially, whether it be the Umarex Elite Force stuff or whether it be the TM stuff. Do you have any Glocks in your arsenal personally?
Yes, I have Glock 17, VFC Glock 17 Gen 4, and a Glock 17. I have two Glock 17 Gen 4, one from KWC and one from VFC.
Ooh, I haven't heard of VFC was it? Did you say KJW?
KWC.
Oh, okay. I was like KJ. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I haven't heard that name in a while. The only thing KJW does right now is OEMing stuff for Knobridge.
Yeah, I have so currently have my VFC Glock in that carbine kit, the B&T license.
I know the one.
Archwick. Yep.
That one's sick.
Yes, I love it. I enjoy it a lot.
But on that front too, obviously, PH Plus is coming out as well. In addition to magazine slides, it's a lot of MWS stuff. What's been your experience thus far with the Tokyo Marui MWS, the gas blowback rifles? Has it been positive, negative, not too much?
Never. I'm currently I've been asking that general question on my socials, hey, I don't know anything about GBBRs. Which one should I get? And everybody's been get that Tokyo Marui MWS, and I'm like, okay, I need more details. Send me a link, send me something, so I know what else to look at besides just Tokyo Marui MWS.
Do you want a sales pitch for an MWS?
I mean, just make me understand GBBR.
Okay, so GBRs in terms of just performance, right? They actually have the capacity to outperform AGs, which sounds weird, right? Because GVRs, when you hear a lot of the downsides with GVRs, it's a lot of negative, right? And it sounds pretty big for any GVR. It doesn't matter the system, whether it be WeTech, Tokyo Marui, KWA. There's always going to be a downside to running GVR, right? Obviously, it's expensive. Let's get that out of the way. It's fucking expensive, dude. It's really expensive. But there's a reason for it. You want something that's going to be almost as one-to-one as you can possibly get, right, to the real thing. It's going to be, a little bit pricier. If you want better parts or better internal components, yeah, just like an AEG, right? You want something that's going to be a little bit more durable, a little more resistant, then yeah, you're going to need to pay a little bit more for it. Magazines are also pricey too. They are going to be running the gambit of anywhere from $40 to about, I think the most expensive I've seen was GHK. I think it was $75, $78 for one CO2 magazine. It's pretty up there. It can get pretty up there depending on the system. The reason why the MWS system out of all of them is probably the best. One, I mean, it's got that Japanese space magic. I shouldn't have to explain that to you. TMs they fucking work. They're meant to work and last completely stock, right? But even if you didn't want to keep it stock, that is actually something just like the Hi-Capa, you are going to have a plethora of parts. Now, most of them, you kind of had to dig a little bit for. They weren't as readily available as your version 2 gearbox, whatever piece you need, insert piece here, right? They were going to be very, they were spread out, but they were still there. It's definitely the most populous at the time. They're only becoming easier and easier to upgrade. I don't know if you've been watching the streams. I know you've jumped in on a few of them, but when Bossman joins in specifically, he's letting me know and giving us all the 411 that, every time he goes to Asia, it's becoming more and more evident that the AEG is basically, either non-existent or just non-relevant anymore. Everyone in Asia is using gas blowbacks right now. Everyone in Asia is switching over to gas blowbacks because, again, one, the weather, it's nice and warm over there, so typically they can use it year-round. They want something that's going to be a lot more realistic because they don't have a gun culture like we do. Obviously, here in the States, the God-given right for the 2A, right?
Yeah.
But they don't have that, so they want the next best thing. Obviously, Airsoft But they're constantly making more stuff for it, and we're gonna start seeing more of that stuff on a very rapid rate start getting imported into the U.S. So if you were
Mm,
looking for a platform that was going to be easy to find parts for, again, sounding very familiar, easy
yep.
to find parts for, easy to upgrade, and just has solid performance overall, the MWS is probably going to be your most consistent. In my honest opinion, it goes MWS, right? Just because, again, the benefits are just too high, especially with more and more shit that we're carrying now for it. Then it goes
Mm,
KWA. KWA LM4s, because those were like the go-to for years. That was like the go-to for like training platforms for law enforcement. Cops
mm,
love the LM4. They love the LM4, and it makes sense. You don't have to do anything to it. It's good as is. Just I would say
yeah.
maybe in the future hop up work to it, and then you're done. And then last, not like least, but like third place would have to be WeTech because they've been around for a very long time as well, and RA Tech and a bunch of other components exist for it.
Okay.
But their AKs are fantastic out the box. Their ARs need a little bit of work. Like their mag catches or bolt catches always fucking like malfunction. I don't know what that is. That just always happens. It's a very small part that doesn't really seem like that big a deal, but it is annoying. But everything else you can always upgrade on a Wii Tech and turn into an absolute beast as well. But if you wanted to go for GBBR,
Mm,
I would say go for maybe the TM MWS system. That's probably like the best one, if I'm being honest. There's a new system that's going to be coming out we've been kind of showing off and teasing. I actually showed pictures about it on Discord. Boston was showing it off too. Very, very cool. Using dual CO2 cartridges. Holy shit,
yeah.
that thing
That's
kicks like
that's interesting. Yeah.
dude. That I'm not even joking. We took that outside. We took that
Yeah.
outside and did a test fire for it. And like Boston and I looked at each other like, oh shit, this is we gotta go inside because that sounded a little too close to the real thing.
Yeah.
It sounded a little too much. If our neighbors didn't know we were doing airsoft,
Airsoft shop. Yeah.
yeah, they would have called the cops on us.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, dude, it was absolutely fucking wild. So that one is coming out too. So you can keep your eyes peeled for that. But if you wanted one just for your own, experimentation, I would say go TMMWS because that will be a
Okay.
system that is going to be worth investing into. Even I'll be honest, even we've been looking into, and probably more than likely going to happen. We're probably going to get a Mayo Gang, gas blowback that's going to be based off the MWS system as well.
That's cool. That's solid.
And then the last question for the night, before I let you go, man, is the most important question of the night. Christian Ocampo. I think you have answered this question beforehand, way back in the
Yep.
day, but I want to see if you still are on this. And it's a two-parter. Number one, bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
My man, you answered correctly. If you said
Oh,
boneless, I would have, I don't know, I would have
boneless is
slapped you.
wild.
I would have
Boneless
slapped
sounds
you.
disgusting.
Don't get me wrong. Boneless is good, but I don't consider that wings. That's nuggets.
No, that's not. That's not wings. Yeah, that's chicken nuggets.
That's nuggets. There you go. Yeah, and that was the second part. Do you consider boneless wings glorified chicken? Yes, they are chicken
Yeah, they're
nuggets.
chicken nuggets. They're chicken nuggets. They're
That's all they
chicken
are.
nuggets. Yeah. You
I
want
get
chicken nuggets? Go get chicken nuggets.
Just don't call it wings. It's kind of
Yeah, don't
offensive
call
to
it wings at all.
All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I do, but by the way, I do appreciate you taking the time. I know it's late for you. I'm gonna
Of
let you go
course.
back to your beauty rest. Obviously, I know you gotta look pretty for the camera.
Of course, of course. Appreciate you guys for having me. Always. Don't forget to check out airsoftgi.com, guys.
And don't forget to check out RGK. Where can people find you?
Oh yeah. My YouTube Random Guy Kev and Instagram RGK_airsoft.
There you go, man. I appreciate you coming on to the show. It's always a pleasure to have you on, and you have yourself a wonderful night, brother.
You too.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right. You too. Bye.
There we go. All right. Yes, good. If he had said that boneless was considered wings, I would have slapped him silly across the monitor. I don't know how I would have reached into cyberspace and just, freaking. That's all right. I'm gonna die on this hill because I'm right. I know I'm right. Boneless wings aren't wings. They're just chicken nuggies. They're just chicken nuggets. If you want chicken nuggets, call it that. Don't call it wings. It's not what it is. Freaking fetuses over here can't handle biting through a little bone. Hey, I eat the bone sometimes, all right? Sometimes I like cracking the bones open and just sucking out the bone marrow. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. All right, guys, in the meantime, if you guys do have any airsoft-related questions, feel free to go ahead and let us know. Put the letter Q right in front of your question. Definitely makes it a lot easier for me to spot and identify. Again, I got a text update a little while ago. We are going to be upping the shopping spree giveaway prize pot amount now. Since we did have to go and postpone it again, do apologize for that again. Completely understand. You guys took up the time of your day to go and watch stream, but we want to make it worth your while. $1,250 are now on the line for Tuesday's shopping spree giveaway. Tuesday's giveaway. Make sure to go ahead and stay tuned for that. Ooh, I forgot to go ahead and answer that. I think I know this. He has told me. Chef Panikage, by the way, good to see you as well. Top 3 wing flavors. Oh, I think he has told me. I'm pretty sure that he has said, like, I think he said lemon pepper was one. Lemon pepper is one because lemon pepper is always goated. I know that he likes mango habanero as well. That's another good one. And I think just the classic, like hot, just the classic buffalo flavor is always going to be really, really good, right? And for me, if I had to go my top 3 wing flavors for sure. Ooh, I'm a sucker for the classic, man. I'm a sucker for the classic, whether you're using Frank's as your base or something similar along the lines to Crystal Hot Sauce. Any one of those, similar flavor profile is always going to be number 1 for me. Lemon peppers, honestly, I fucking goated. I love lemon peppers so freaking much. And then I'd probably have to say, do you remember when Wingstop used to have their Korean wings, Korean flavor wings? Those were really good. Those are fire. Those are delicious. Those are absolutely phenomenal. Okay, scrolling up. Remember, guys, questions or whether make sure to get your entries in as well. Obviously, during the duration of the stream, every $50 that you spend will be getting you 5 entries into next week's Tuesday's shopping spree giveaway. Datfu, what's the giveaway update? Yes, the giveaway update is that Bossman was he's still not at 100% right now, and he's really struggling. So we're not gonna push it on him. We're gonna go ahead and wait till next week until he feels 100% better and he's able to go ahead and see properly. Then we'll be able to go ahead and do the shopping spree giveaway. But in order to make up for it, we are adding an additional $250 amount to the initial prize pot. So again, $1,250 is absolutely insane. You get more time to go to get entered. It's not like your entries don't matter. Again, all the entries that would have counted for tonight are going to be entered into next week's as well. So again, you got that time. You definitely got a lot of time before we go ahead and do the shopping spree giveaway. RGK is right. I like running my stuff until it breaks, then upgrades. Honestly, dude, I'm of the same opinion. I am definitely of the same opinion. I like having an airsoft gun and then running it till as it's completely dry. Right, running it dry, running till it's completely stock. When I run it completely stock, I feel like I get to know more about what this gun excels at, what it's good at, what it's not good at, where it needs improvement. Versus if I just get a gun immediately and just start instantaneously start throwing in upgrades without even fielding it once, then I'm never going to truly appreciate the upgrades that go into it. You know what I mean? That's why I always kind of feel weird about like people whenever they buy used. I understand why some people might buy a used airsoft gun. I don't always recommend it, to be honest, especially for your first one. But another thing too, even if it does like work very well, because it's upgraded, you're going to have a very skewed vision as to what airsoft is really like for a lot of players, right? I've met some guys that have started off airsoft with HPA. Like that was their very first airsoft gun ever. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, I'm just noticing a trend here. Do those people still play airsoft to this day? Not really. I'll be real. I haven't really seen that person, these people that I'm referring to, continuing to play airsoft. They kind of just did it for a little bit, and yeah, that was about it. They rode the hype train, and they kind of got out of it very quickly. Is there a correlation there? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys. I'll let you guys be the judge on that one. I'm just saying that is something that I have noticed. You know what I mean? When you jump immediately to that upgraded, high-end stuff, it kind of, unless you're a true diehard, it definitely makes it kind of hard to justify being in there. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's part of the fun, I feel like, especially as, you are growing in your airsoft career. You start off very small, right? You have your standard M4 AEG, no matter what brand it might be from, and you start, over time, start throwing in upgrade components. You start building it out. Maybe you start changing. And then you get into the externals, which arguably is one of the most fun parts, right? You can start dressing it up, making it look cool, making it look the way you want it to. That's something I think we can all relate to and can agree on that is super fun, right? Maybe like, finally I can, ditch this old school, quad rail, or maybe I can get rid of this, fancy schmancy M-lock rail and put on something classic, whatever doctrine you subscribe to, whatever aesthetic you think tickles your fancy, putting it all together and then seeing it finish is just like it's just an absolutely amazing feeling. And speaking of upgrades, yeah, I wasn't joking. The PH Plus slides for the P320 and the 6 hours, they are available right now for a pre-order. There's a limited quantity for these bad boys as well. Again, you have the gunmetal gray here, very, very cool. And you have your black, of course, right? You got to have the solid black. Look at that. Look how clean that looks, dude. Look how clean this looks. You can't tell me that don't look awesome. That looks absolutely amazing. And yes, they do come ready to take a pistol optic on there. So very, very nice, very cool. Right, but of course, my favorite color, Boaz and I would have to agree, that would be the bronze variation that is available. The bronze one, I think, just looks sick. I don't know why. It's just something about a bronze and black combination just goes so freaking hard, dude. Something about it just goes so freaking hard, and I love it. But again, they are not only going to be coming out for the M17s, P320 M18s, the M18 version, the more compact variants, are also going to be coming soon to the website as well. You're going to start seeing those coming soon to the site. Just keep your eyes out for that as well. That one's going to be a little bit later down the line. Maybe in about a month's time, we might see some progress on those. But as of right now, all 3 slides and the magazines, the extended magazines, the 35 rounders, the 50 rounders, and the MWS top-down center hop-up chamber and upgrade valve sets. It's a set. You actually get 3 of them out the box. All these bad boys are going to be ready, or should be available roughly ETA within the next 2 weeks. Roughly about 2 weeks' time, we might start seeing a little bit of a change in status potentially. But again, it's all ETAs at this point. Just stay tuned for that. Again, and not only that, we're actually getting some new unicorn stuff as well. Again, very little is shown on the website. Only 4 more items. Trust me, there are way more. Come tomorrow, you were going to see a fuck ton more stuff. Obviously, we just recently got in a bunch of new inner barrels as well. But with that, we also have the top-down center hopper chamber set for Hi-Capas. We actually have the Hi-Capa set as well. So if you like unicorn, which again, at this point, if you don't already, try it out for yourself. It's fucking great, man. It's awesome. You will see a noticeable difference, right? We now have the hop-up chamber, top-down center hop chamber, so it's a lot easier, a lot steadier, a lot easier to make those fine-tune adjustments to your hop, right? And of course, you are going to be getting the Type 4 113mm inner barrel right out the box, which is very cool. You don't have to buy them separately. I know that's something that a lot of guys will say, right? That's the top 3 things on gas blowback pistols. Pretty much any airsoft gun, but top 3 things on a gas blowback specifically, right? It's inner barrel, bucking. Obviously, that's like number 1. Inner barrel bucking is number 1 and number 2, right there. Inner barrel and bucking, and number 3, you could argue that it was actually the hop chamber. Well, there you go. Unicorn has you covered. And of course, for the MWS, we now have the Unicorn Airsoft stainless steel drop-in trigger box. The drop-in trigger box for the Tokyo Marui MWS. Very, very cool. So for anyone out there that wanted to go ahead and change out their trigger box, get a more durable set, this is going to be the one you're going to want to go with. Going right now on the website for $169. You know what? You order that right now, that is 15 entries into the shopping spree. Giveaway next Tuesday, so just saying, you're definitely going to want to go and get your orders in. And of course, purge valves are available as well. Again, more and more stuff is coming to the website at a very, very alarming rate. It's very fast. I'm like having to make sure that I have to keep up with adding all this shit onto the website. But I'm happy to do it. I want you guys to be able to have access to the latest and greatest stuff that we can get our hands on, right? Everyone likes new stuff. Everybody likes new stuff. Isaias, man, I'm seeing all the new this is from Alvin11. Good to see you, man, for talking about MWS, but I don't own one yet. When you guys restocking it soon, very, very soon. Keep your eyes peeled for the next couple weeks because we will be getting more MWSs very soon. Trust me, we're getting more. It's just gonna take a while because every time we get one, every time we get our like our palette or our inventory of MWSs, our orders in, holy shit, they don't last very long. They are absolutely going very fast. They do not last long, at all. Crazy Jay. Isaiah said, here's a noise, gets scared, and later finds out someone farted. Yeah, that's about right. It usually ends up being Taylor that, tooted, and then all of a sudden it's like the walls were shaking because his farts are that loud, and I'm freaking out over here. Okay. How much shooting you think you average at MSW with the saw? Max, trying to plan ahead for air. Ooh, Casper. That's a very good question, Casper. It's actually a fantastic question. I never really count. If I had to guess, fuck, dude. I mean, okay. I'm trying to think of the most intense firefights that I've ever had and trying to remember how. How many box mags did I have to go through? Because at this point, sometimes I would be able to allocate enough ammo to secure like an entire box mags worth of BBs. I'm running the fucking, what was it called? The Stoner Nutsack box mags. Those are like 1,200. 1 through 1, 2, 3. Honestly, probably close to 8,000. Maybe 9,000 rounds, maybe a little bit more, honestly, just because how much I end up having to dump. And I wouldn't be surprised if you said that I had reached just barely over 10,000 rounds. I'd believe it. You know what I mean? Bear in mind, ammo can be scarce sometimes. But, you know, if you are running an LMG or an MMG in your squad or in your team, you are prioritized because obviously you are a force multiplier, so they're going to prioritize you and allocate more ammunition to you more than your traditional rifleman. So that always helps. Then, of course, whenever we get into a massive firefight, it's not uncommon for a lot of my teammates to just be like, screw it, queso, here's my ammo, here's my spare ammo. And everyone dumps it on me because they know that I can keep the enemy bag. I can just kind of keep them, you know, from getting a little too close to us, right? Just tell them, fuck off, leave us alone, let us go back to sleep, right? They'll allocate a lot of the ammunition to me. So that helps as well. I'll be honest, I don't truly keep track, but if I had to say average, I would say about like maybe 5,000 to about 6,000. Max, maybe a little bit over 10. Maybe a little bit over 10. Happy Ghost Ninja, are you guys open on Monday? No, Happy Ghost Ninja, we are not open on Monday. It is Labor Day. Labor Day, we are going to be closed. Christian J, thanks for the answer. I'm going to submit it now and hope it comes in then. If you could help get the shippers quick so I can invite friends, that'd be great. Of course. Let's see here. Bronze with black, classic combo. Of course, Christian. That's a classic combination right there, man. That is a classic combo. You genuinely cannot go wrong with that. Happy Ghost Ninja, sorry if you answered this question already, but do you still do in-store pickups trying to do an order and it's only letting me deliver? Yeah, we do will call pickup. We do will call pickup. That's 100% a thing. Happy Ghost Ninja, since I know that you are local, if I'm not mistaken, you know, why not just, swing on by the Custom Showroom and Lounge? We can do that for you. We can totally do that for you. Again, you'll end up waiting at the storefront like 5 minutes maybe for all your stuff to come out from the warehouse. But, I mean, hey, it'll be there. It'll be there. Keeps scrolling up. I'm about to drop an order so I can invite some friends to play. Oh, okay. We're playing September 15th. Will my order make it in the East Coast in time? I'll be honest. Evangelize the world. Obviously, the sooner that you are able to place your orders, yes, the sooner that you are able to place your orders, there is a much higher chance of it coming. Now, can we guarantee that? No. Now, will you place your order, what is it, 29th? 29th, you said the 15th? Roughly about 2 weeks from now? I'd say so. I would say so. Definitely doesn't hurt to get expedited shipping. I would say if you can get expedited shipping in there, that'd be even better. But even with standard UPS ground, it's more than likely going to. I just can't guarantee that. Obviously, we're going to do everything in our power to ship out any order. This goes not just for you. This goes for any order. We're going to do everything in our power to ship out, stuff as soon as we possibly can. As soon as we have all the items there and everything's good to go, yeah, we're going to go ahead and send it out immediately and let UPS take care of the rest. I do like things wet. Of course. Ooh, now this is another good question. Most amount of wings you've had in one sitting. I'll be honest. When it came to like wings and like parties, right? Like obviously get-togethers, they always finish the wings before I'm able to even find out what I haven't found my true potential yet when it comes to that. If I had to guess, I don't know, dude. That's a great question. I would really have to see. I think we're going to need to host like another competition. It's like another eating competition specifically for wings this time around. I can do dumplings for sure. I definitely won the dumplings over Cisco. As far as wings though, now that's going to be something that I'm going to have to really try my luck at because I have no idea. Sucking that wings with bones are Mando. I give the extras to my dogs. Yeah, dude. I used to do that too. My dad, when we used to go to Chili's a lot, my dad would always order the ribs, and he would always ask, and even though he like ate everything down to the bone, right? He would literally down to the bone. He would save the leftovers and give them to my dog at the time. I had a little dachshund growing up, dude. Every time he heard that box, when the bones are rattling inside the little like styrofoam box, he knew exactly what that sound was. He was at attention, sitting down. He was ready to go. He wanted his ribs. He would bury them too. Dude, I miss that dog. Gotta try teriyaki wings once I've tried that flavor. Teriyaki wings are good, but okay, mango habanero. I knew the mango habanero was on there. Honey barbecue. I never took you for honey barbecue, man. Teriyaki, I could see that. Teriyaki's pretty good. Teriyaki is indeed pretty good. Yes, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like, share this around with as many people as possible. Let people know that, again, if they want to get their extra entries into this coming Tuesday's now $1,250 shopping spree giveaway, they're going to need to make sure that they tune in and make sure to get those orders placed before it's too late. If you guys want to increase your odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway, the live streams are the best time to go ahead and do it. And remember, during the duration of the stream, every $50 you spend gets you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Q, how much or how you get so much ammo? Gnarls, everyone, because everyone on my team, not just my squad, everyone on my team, like, as in all of NATO, sees that, like, for some reason, my LMG is the only one that was working at the time, and they're like, fuck it, here, give them everything. That is, like, literally, it was just pass it down the line. We would get, like a small box or like a bag, someone's like duffel bag or something, right? Or their like pack, and they would just start stuffing it with their little baggies of BBs. They just start throwing them in there, right? And they'd start opening them up, and then I'd have a teammate load it up for me, right? And I'd have 2 box mags, so they'd load up one, load up another one as I'm interchanging it. It was crazy, dude. It was absolutely crazy. By the time it was over, I was like, dude, I used like all of the platoon's fucking ammo. I used everyone's ammo, dude. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. MPO Techie, has a drawing happened yet? Unfortunately not. Yes, it was postponed until Tuesday, just because, again, Bossman was not able to go ahead and join in for us today. It is what it is. But again, now we have an increased prize pot. So 130 ain't no way, boss, but I just placed my order. Okay, good to know, Evangelize to the world. Tell you what, Evangelize, DM us either via Discord, or you can use the live chat function on the website, a little orange bubble. Message us with your order number. Let us know that, hopefully, if we can try to, we can see what we can do. Obviously, it's never a guarantee. It's never a guarantee. That goes for pretty much anyone, any retail store, right? It's never a guarantee. A lot of times it's going to be up to UPS, Hopefully they can do it on time. But, yeah, I'm doing that. Don't worry. But, we can still do what we can do. Evangelize, the only reason we got rid of that is because of the order number. That's the only reason why I got rid of. That's the only reason why it was gotten rid of. Thank you, bro. That's the only reason why we got rid of it, because you don't want anyone else to have your order number. That's very sensitive information. You don't want anybody else having access to that, bro. You don't want anyone else having that. So that one is fucked as a lot of bird. Yes, but here's the thing. I'm running an LMG. You know what I mean? And that's like everyone giving me all of their shit. Then you get 12. Yeah, you get 1200 and LMG under. That's how much I initially started with. I've had events though, Gnarls. I'm no bullshit. Where I've had events that I've gone to from Milsom West where I was supposed to get that, and I got like 500. I got like 500, and it was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? What is this? BBs for ants? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with all that? And it's just only 500. It's not exactly a whole lot I can do. Realistically, MWSs are probably the most realistic comparison to a share we have to the Airsoft stock market. Fair enough. Use whatever I got, but I hope MP5 sticks in. Hell yeah. Good point. I keep forgetting about Labor Day. My wife keeps reminding me we have Monday off. Yeah, dude. I forget Labor Day is even a thing. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I always forget that Labor Day even exists. It's not until like every year it's the same thing. It's like, oh, fuck. Labor Day. Oh, yeah, we don't have work that day. Oh, interesting. It just never seems to stick in my mind, like, for any sort of reason. I do not know why. Let's see, answer that one as well. Remember, guys, share this around with as much as possible. And remember, if you do have any Airsoft-related questions, or you're looking for product recommendations, any sort of confirmation before you pull the trigger, per se, get it, on any sort of order right now, definitely would recommend that you go ahead and ask your questions. I don't bite unless you want me to. I want to help out as many people as I possibly can. And if you were looking for suggestions to increasing your odds in winning the next shopping spree, if you haven't already, I'm going to strongly recommend that you get yourself the 900K Sub Celebration Mystery Box. This box is goated. This box is absolutely fantastic. Again, you are getting 20 entries automatically into the shopping spree giveaway on top of free shipping, which in this economy is nothing to laugh about, which is awesome. And again, the prizes in here are stacked with the grand prize of the Monster Box containing 4 high-end AEGs, one of my favorites being the Classic Army Stoner LMG. But again, all these prizes are fantastic. Majority of these prizes cost more than the cost of the box itself. The lowest costing prize on here is equal to the cost of the box. So no matter what you end up getting, it's never a loss. Like, ever a loss. I'm going to leave a link to that as well into the live chat. Putting that down there. Putting that down. There you go. There you go. And for any of my beginner players out there that were looking for an easy means of getting involved in this hobby but wasn't too sure what to get, I would strongly recommend you pick up yourself the Greatest Airsoft Starter Package. We only have a few versions of these available. I added more to quantity. We were able to go ahead and secure some more. But unfortunately, they also seem to be moving very fast. Damn, that one already sold out quick. Damn. But yeah, we have a few left, so make sure to go and get your orders in. Less than $200. $199, you are getting yourself your choice of a Gen 2, goggles, mesh mask, chest rig, padded gun bag, which is very nice. You are getting a battery and a charger, additional magazine, and a thing of BBs. Right? So literally everything that you need to get out into the field as is, you are set to play. Right? If you want to go and get into airsoft, but you had very limited funds, this is what I'm going to strongly recommend that you go with. This is what I'm going to strongly recommend you start with, because again, even the gun itself is not solely a beginner gun because it has a lot of potential for upgrades. A lot. I mean quite a bit. It's very easy to upgrade these bad boys as well. And of course, all the new products, I'm going to leave a link to those as well. Might as well put them into the live chat. There you go. There you go, baby. There you go. All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. Yep. Let's see how many more podcasts are in the pipeline. First few have been very enjoyable. Mish, dude. First of all, thank you for saying that, Mish, and always a pleasure to have you on, dude. Honestly, I don't know. I actually genuinely have no. Here's the thing: we can't really. We plan out a lot of the stuff, a lot of the content that we do ahead of time, right? I'm like spoilers. I'm pretty sure you guys figured that out, right? We plan out a lot of the content that we do, like usually about a week ahead of time, right? And that typically includes podcasts as well. However, sometimes schedules get in the way, and sometimes we don't always know what we're doing, right? Or sometimes we're like, let's have more of a laid-back sort of approach to the podcast, right? Let's talk about stuff, maybe outside of airsoft that are still maybe adjacent to it, or maybe that are somewhat related to it. Or maybe just about our own personal experiences. These are great ways of getting to know a little bit about, the hosts, right, at GI, myself and Boaz, and even Cisco, right? Because we get to talk about stuff outside of airsoft. You get to see how we're like in real life, right? Because how we talk during the podcast, if you guys have hung out with us, that is how we talk to each other IRL as well. That is because we hang out like outside of work as well, right? Hell, I do a freaking second job with Boaz, right? Like we hang out, we go to parties together, like we do stuff together, right? But that's exactly how we are outside of, like a video or outside of podcasts. But as far as the topics, it really just feels like more freeform. It's like, what the hell else can we talk about, right? And sometimes it's just like the most random shit that we gotta like brainstorm. But we still gotta find ways of making it entertaining, of course, right? So we'll always try to workshop the topics and things that we want to cover for it. But sometimes they can go completely like off the rails and like we don't even expect it or plan for it. Like this very last podcast episode, if you guys haven't seen it, highly recommend you do so. It's very funny. I thought it was hilarious. It's a very, very enjoyable podcast episode. Probably one of my favorites that we've done in a very, very long time. We talk about paranormal airsoft activities. Great title, and Boaz did a fantastic job on the thumbnail for it. It was absolutely hilarious. But we're talking about weird stuff that's happened to us while we were playing airsoft, right? Just weird things, maybe even bordering on the paranormal potentially, or the unexplained mystery stuff, right? Some creepy shit that I've experienced. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm cursed or something. I don't know what happened. I feel like I got a curse on me or something. I keep encountering some like weird shit. It always ends up having an explanation, but it doesn't make it any less creepy, right? So we start talking about stuff like that. As far as next podcast episode, what we could possibly talk about, I don't want to spoil anything too much, but we may or may not have a special guest on for the next podcast, talking about a very similar but also very different hobby to airsoft itself. It may or may not be involving paintball and a former, pretty influential figure in the paintball scene. We were able to get him on as a guest. It is very cool. Very, very cool that we were able to go out and do it and talk about his experiences, as, in that sort of realm, in that sphere, right? And how it compares to airsoft, right? That is going to be something that we are going to be planning. Hopefully, it all goes to fruition for next podcast. It'd be very cool to see. I'm very much looking forward to it because there's a lot of stuff I've been wanting to ask this person as well. And it'll be a great way to go ahead and get to know our guest who may or may not be a recurring guest. He may or not be chiming in to the podcast every so often. But yeah, as far as exact number, Mish, I do not have an exact number. It would be cool to do just so I can kind of keep track of it. But honestly, just to keep things organic, we always just kind of make them up like a few days ahead of time, just to keep it feeling like organic and fresh. Dat Fu, what's going on, Dat Fu? Good to see you as well. Ever ran an RPD, Isaias? No, not personally. Not outside of just a regular, like, okay, I'm just going to do a test fire for this customer and make sure it's working, right? Other than that, I've never ran it on a field. One of my buddies actually does own, shout out Jonathan Lee, John, you know, homie. He owns an RPD, and he did the freaking McAfee sock thing where he did the choppa version. He chopped off part of the barrel and made a super, like, shorty. That thing is sick. I think it's so cool. I'm so jealous of it, right? He bought it, like, I remember, too. I did a phone order with him. It was during a sale day that we had at the storefront, and he's like, bro, I really want an RPD, but I can't make it. And I was like, tell you what, I have access to charge you out via the phone right now. You give me the information, I can charge you out right now. I can place a will call order. He's like, oh, you're the best. It's because he wanted to take advantage of the sale, right? But he was able to go ahead and get himself the LCT RPD, which, oh my god, man, I was so jealous of him. I was like, fuck, man, I really want to go ahead and I want to try it. I want to try his version too. Tongue Smiley Face, how do you feel about hop up and other second markets? I'm not a big fan, and I have a very particular reason. Tongue Smiley Face. Here's the thing, I completely understand why people would, maybe want to, maybe they can't afford, buying like a lot of brand new stuff that they see, so they want to go out and get it secondhand. I do understand the sentiment. Trust me, I'm an airsofter too. Like I've browsed it, I've used it a few times, but I've always been very disappointed with it. You know what I mean? I personally, unless I know the person personally, right? Like he's a homie or a friend, or hell, just maybe even just a colleague, an acquaintance of some kind, I normally don't trust anything used, especially airsoft. You know what I mean? I always feel way more secure in my purchases when I know it's coming like brand new. When it's absolutely brand new, fresh off the line, you know what I mean? Like, I just got it, still has all the retail packaging. I love that feeling because it's like, okay, I know that worst case scenario, if something happens and I know I didn't cause the problem, I have a warranty in place of some kind, right? I know something can be done about it, right? Whether it be, okay, let's get you a replacement, or let's do a warranty service, get it up and running for you. Make sure you're copacetic and ready to play. Awesome, love that. That's pretty much all I expect, right? I don't expect like a whole ton, honestly, when it comes to like warranty work, because again, that's just ridiculous when you go in there entitled to a bunch of stuff. Anyway, but yeah, just as long as I get like a warranty service, some kind, or a replacement, I'm chilling, dude. I'm all right? I'm cool, because I know that it doesn't do me any sort of like disservice, right? The minute I buy something that's like used at some point, like, bruh, you ain't getting no warranty. You know what I mean? Like, it is like, and I've heard way too many horror stories, right? Because obviously the storefront is a pretty, like, I don't want to say like super, well, yeah, it's a public place, right? It's a public place. It's pretty neutral territory. A lot of guys will like to do trades or like to do buys there, right? They're like, oh, I'm meeting someone here, I'm handling a sale here. And I was like, oh, okay, right? And they would just do their stuff there. They've already settled it. They just wanted to come in, right, and hand it off in person. A lot of times, those same people that bought the used stuff, they'd come to us and be like, yeah, I bought this thing used, and I don't know what's going on. And I was like, oh, dude, you got absolutely freaking finessed, bro. Like, this thing is like, I don't know how they were able to get it to work for that little time, but this thing is absolutely wrecked, man. And it sucks having to tell them that, because I feel so bad, right? Because then they end up having to spend even more money just to get it up and running, when they could have spent less money and just had a gun that worked from the beginning. It would have cost a little bit more at first, but in the long run, it would have been cheaper. You know what I mean? I think it's not a bad idea to have places like that, but I am very distrustful of that sort of thing. I really don't like having to buy secondhand for airsoft specifically. I really don't. I've had one bad experience on there. It wasn't even that big a deal. It was just like a magazine, right, that wasn't working, and nobody else had it. And when I got it, it was like hella leaky, right? I don't trust it. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan. I'm always just gonna go ahead and go brand new, because I know that if I can do brand new, I am gonna do it. I am gonna do it. Absolutely understand. Appreciate this messaging Discord now. Hell yeah, evangelize the world. Absolutely. Again, we do what we can to try to help you guys out. When it comes to shipping, we really do have to wait for all the items to be there, right? And thankfully, sometimes it can be a little faster. But in the events that it's like, okay, there's an issue with the item, or there's a delay in like being able to get it, obviously we still try our best to ship it out as soon as we possibly can. But if anyone ever has any questions about status updates on the order, you guys are more than welcome to DM us via Discord, or you can email us, or you can use the live chat function on the website to message us. Just obviously have your order number there. It also helps to have your email too, just in case we can't reach you via the live chat. We can always send you an email out and let you know, hey, this is what's going on, with it. That's always a great way to go ahead and get a hold of us as well. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Post good me using that Army R64 with a camera mounted on the Discord in the share your content. So what's kitten? Tom B. Yes, I will be checking that out. As well. If anything, you can also go ahead and just DM it to me as well. To about 10 years, says ultra tight grouping. So sounds like giveaway is delayed till Tuesday. Here for me was trying to catch it while at Disneyland. Bonus at 80%, so I can't hang out. No worries, Cuckoo. Hey, you know what? That worked out in your favor. That 100% worked out in your favor, bruh. That's pretty convenient. That's actually kind of nice. Now that goes for everyone. You all have like extra time now to go ahead and enter that giveaway. You have extra time now. 1,200. It's been a while since we've been able to stack it like over $1,000. It's been kind of, for me, it's kind of exciting. For me, I don't know. For me, it's kind of nice. It's like, ooh, it's a little even spicier. See here. My Gen 2 about 10 yards has ultra tight groupings. That's what I'm saying, dude. Gen 2s are goated. Gen 2s. Here's the thing. Everyone's gonna be, what about Spectre? Spectre arms come from the same factory. So when I'm talking about Gen 2s, you can also imagine the same thing. I'm also talking about Spectre arms too. Just insert there, right? They're awesome. They're awesome. They get the job done very, very well. You know what I mean? Isaias, you just spent too much time around people who eat chili. Ooh, I do love a good chili, though. I do love a good chili. Gen 2 is great. My friend used the Gen 2 last week and went on a tear. He loved Airsoft and definitely wants to continue playing. That's how it's done, evangelize to the world. That's how it's done. You gotta show your friends some of the cool shit, and then they're like, oh, damn, this is fun. This is cool. Absolutely. Dude, that's sick. Dude, absolutely sick. That's a good deal, legit. Damn, that new starter pack is everything. Yeah, I got minus some extra mags. I paid $350. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if this was a thing, Boaz and I have always said it. If the Greatest Airsoft starter package existed when Boaz and I were, wee lads getting into this awesome hobby, excuse me, we would have jumped on this 100%. It would have taken the guesswork out of all the browsing that we did. Here's the thing: when you're a new player, you don't know shit. Right? Even when you watch a ton of videos, right? Because that's the thing too. I've noticed especially with little kids, I feel like it's more common. Especially with little kids, it's a lot more common. They'll like go in because again, maybe it's a youth thing. I don't understand. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're young, you feel like you're on top of the world. You know everything and nobody can tell you anything, right? Adults are, especially when you're going through that like sort of like a preteen sort of phase, right? It's like, man, I don't gotta listen to adults. They don't understand me, right? So you go in and you know exactly what you want. And you looked up all the gameplay videos, so it must be good. It must be good. There's no way it can be bad, right? There's no way that this gun that you think is really, really cool from this video game is ever bad, ever, right? Ignoring the fact that you're getting, a very, very low-priced version of it, you're like, no, well, it's affordable and it's based off this gun, which is really good in the video game. Therefore, it must be awesome, right? Right, you know better, right? So you go in, you don't listen to people, right? But I'm telling you, even with all of that like stuff going on in our like little preteen brains, when we were starting off, our little teenage brains, when we were starting off in Airsoft, just seeing the value of this alone just beats everything, right? Because before it was like, okay, cool, I really want this one specific gun. Okay, cool, I got the gun, but I don't have a battery charger. I need to get a battery charger. Okay, I got a battery charger and BBs. Oh wait, but now I need face protection. Oh, okay, now I got face. You know what I mean? Like this makes it so much easier. It's something to work for too. For anyone that's even if this is still out of your budget, don't worry. I'm telling you, it's worth saving up for. It's worth saving up for, considering how much time, effort, and money, honestly, you end up saving. Look at that. Normally, you would spend anywhere from like $305 to about $330, right, just to get everything, and you're getting it for $199. It's like impossible to beat at this point in time. It's impossible to beat at this point in time. And like these, and again, Gen 2s. Like I'm not even telling people about Gen 2s too much. Like if people are telling me about their experience with Gen 2s and how much they love them, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say at that point? See, it's going down, it's going there. Real, we'll be at Striker. Hey, Real, what's up? We'll be at Striker in Santa Paula on Labor Day. Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds absolutely fun, dude. I would love to go ahead and join. It was a giveaway delayed again. Yeah, Matt Carrick. Unfortunately, Bossman was not able to chime in today. He's still not at 100%, and we don't want to push it. And potentially we end up missing out on someone's entries. We definitely don't want that. We take the $1,000 giveaways very, very seriously. take all the giveaways seriously. So we just want to make sure that everyone's getting their fair chance and no issues occur. So we're going to hold off until Tuesday. But to make up for it, we are stacking the prize pot, like I said, to $1,250. Another $250 on top of the prize pot just to make it worth your while. What do you think about this plate carrier? Oh, Happy Ghost Ninja, you're asking. Oh, good gear question. I like it. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look. 70. Thank you for using the SKU number, by the way. It definitely makes it a lot easier to check out. 71745. Ooh. Host for Happy Ghost Ninja, did you happen to watch today's main short, mind you, or the short on Reloaded of me talking about my oh my god, what's it called? My my inspired Shadow Company loadout potence maybe. But yeah, no, this is a sick plate carrier. I can actually say now I have a pretty good amount of experience now with this plate carrier. Like speaking from personal experience, right, running it and everything. Because I actually did a photo shoot earlier today while wearing one. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty simple, pretty basic, right, in terms of its overall design, but that works to its benefit. There's not too much going on here. The cummerbunds are not my favorite, but that's honestly probably because I've gotten spoiled now with elastic cummerbunds. They're so nice. I love them. But that's something you can always change out in the future, honestly. But I love the fact that, again, you are getting this nice little thin cut shoulder pads here. It's nothing, or shoulder straps. They're not too thick, which I think is honestly a good thing for a lot of plate carriers. It's definitely a good thing. You are getting the Swift Clip compatible system here, which is very, very nice. We put on a different placard on there just to kind of spice things up with a little bit of tan. But no, it's cool, man. I honestly can't say enough good things about it. It's a solid plate carrier. It works very well. $89, honestly, worth it. It's worth it. I would 100% go for it. It's definitely a plate carrier that is going to serve you very, very well. Again, the only suggestion I would say maybe just swap out the cummerbund for something elastic. Obviously, that would be ideal. Something a little bit more comfortable. Because as is currently, it's fine. It gets the job done. It'll do everything it needs to. But honestly, I just love elastic cummerbund so much. So does Boaz. That's both of our opinions. But that is a fantastic question. Yeah, no, I like that plate carrier. It's cool. A lot of the newer plate carriers we carry are going to be really sick. I like that they are using that more modular customization system, right, with either Swift Clips or G-hooks in place, so you can easily just swap out whatever loadout you need, whether you want to run 5.56 style or M4 style magazines, or if you want to run like AK or like 308 style pouches. It's going to be very easy to do so. It's going to be very easy to swap out your loadout needs as you need to. All right, there, time for sleep. Have a good night. Hey, man, Evangelist of the World, have yourself a wonderful night. Thanks, man, for joining in on the live stream. Remember, if you guys do have questions, keep asking your questions. I'm going to be here all night until 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys have less than an hour left. And remember, get those orders in. Every $50 you spend will be getting you 5 entries into Tuesday's now $1,250 shopping spree giveaway. Moise Hernandez, good to see you, man. Always a pleasure to have you on the stream, brother. Thoughts on the Echo One GAT? Also, how's your day? Thank you, Moise Hernandez. Thank you for asking that. First one to ask me, by the way. Greatly appreciated. My day has been going pretty damn well. I got a lot of shit done today. Holy crap. I definitely got a lot of shit done today. I got a lot of new products listed on the website. I did a photo shoot. It was a busy day. It was a very, very busy day today, but it was very productive, so I'm very happy for that at least. But as far as the Echo One GAT, honestly, GATs are cool. I think they don't get a lot of love. They are definitely old. That is the one downside. They are old, definitely older, compared to a lot of the other options that exist out there for like PDWs, SMGs. I still think it has its place for sure, right? It definitely looks sick. But as far as upgradability, you are going to be limited. You are going to have a lot of limitations. I believe the bucking and inner barrel are going to be like the only thing realistically that you can do without having to do a lot of involved work into the gearbox. Now, with that said, as long as you're running like a 7.4 lipo at most, with that guy, I would not run an 11.1 unless you can somehow get like a MOSFET or ETU in there, and even then the wiring is going to be a pain in the ass to have to deal with. I would say it's still pretty fun. I would say it's definitely a vibe for sure. I've seen a few guys actually dual wield Echo One GATs before, and they are cool. I think, do we even have GATs? Let's see. Echo One GAT. I think we might be sold out. Oh, no, we still got them. Okay, yeah. You got the solid black one. 185, honestly, that ain't bad. That really ain't bad. I mean, for me, I would say for like, a few bucks more for any beginner players out there that thinks this is cool. Yes, it does, but I would just save your money and get this instead, because for like what, $14 more, you get a whole package, right, with everything you need. This would be a good secondary, or maybe something later on down the line to get. Or if you already have everything you need, this is just a fun gun. Yeah, man, why not? These things are super cool. I know for years people were wanting like, a version where you can put a buffer tube on there, and then the GAT X came out. That one's pretty sweet too, where you actually get a nice little stock and a buffer tube there. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I think out of all the versions, this one's probably my favorite, but I can totally see why people would still gravitate towards the original, the OG, right? The classic GAT. I think it's just a very, very fun, cool looking airsoft PDW SMG looking thing, right? Happy Ghost Ninja. What one would you suggest? Let's see. Maybe you're saying for gonna get it for a ghost cosplay. Oh, interesting. Trying to do a Call of Duty ghost, I see. Huh? Okay, let's see. Well, let's take a look here. Let's see. What could we look up? Let's see. What could we look up in the meantime? COD MW Ghost plate. I think someone actually put out a fucking like chart or like little like graphs for every like main character in the COD series, in the Modern Warfare like series, current Modern Warfare series. They put down like the kit list for a lot of their stuff. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, what is he running? What is he running? To Reddit we go. To Reddit we go. You know what Jack and Invesco's got going on here? Oh dang it! There was a really good picture that I saw. Someone like had posted. Dang it! Where'd it go? Okay, I have to go back on here. Damn you, Reddit! You failed me. You have failed me. Let's see what. Okay, here we go. Akora. Let's see what exactly is he running here. Continue reading. Okay, clothing, equipment. Oh, okay. He's using a defender plate here. That's interesting. All right. Isn't freaking oh my god, what's his name? Shadow Company. Isn't Graves also using the defender plate carrier, if I'm not mistaken? I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he's using a Condor plate carrier too. He's using a Condor Outdoor defender plate carrier. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure we still have defender plate carriers, or at the very least, something that looks similar enough to it. Defender plate carrier. Yeah, defender plate carrier. A little pricey, but not too bad. Oh, hell yeah. You can get a black defender plate. Yeah, easy. 125, bruh. Hell yeah, dude. 100%. There you go. That'll work. Yeah, 100% that'll work. And it does look like it, too. It does look like it. I mean, granted, when it comes to a lot of, like, these Call of Duty-inspired kits, all right, look at me when I did Shadow Company, right? Like, you could definitely like say that was something that looks in place for a lot of dudes in Shadow Company, because they were kind of using a hodgepodge. There was no like standardization in terms of like exactly what gear you were going to be using, right? Obviously, darker colors were preferred, it seemed like, but they threw in a lot of tan. There was a lot of gray, and I would not be surprised if there was some multicam black in there. I think the most common setup though was like, from what I remember seeing, was generally a black plate carrier, maybe with some like tan stuff thrown in there, or a tan plate carrier but black upper and bottoms. That was like, generally speaking, as long as you followed that general guideline, then you were pretty much set to use whatever you wanted, right, if I'm not mistaken. But for Ghost as well, again, you can always use whatever plate carrier you want. This would definitely be a solid pick for sure, right? Again, if you're trying to go based off the games, I believe that was going off of Modern Warfare 2. That would be a pretty cool kit to put together. That would actually be pretty sick. You could honestly, if you guys really want us to do like specific characters from video games for a sort of like loadout idea or loadout video, we can try it. We can definitely try it. We can't guarantee that it's going to be 100% spot on. We're going to try our best though. We're definitely going to try our best to work with what we have. But I could see it working. I could see this working. I think that would be if you want to be as accurate as possible, that's what I would suggest. But if you want to go with the Beetle, that's also a really good one too. The Beetle is a fantastic, slightly more modern plate carrier. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go wrong really either at the end of the day. I think the most important part is just getting the mask really. Okay. Answer that. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Top chat. Let's just catching up for a second. There we go. Live chat. There we go. Accidentally closed the live chat box. Accidentally closed that up for a little bit. Hope he gets better. Well, yeah, he will be, Matt Correct. He will be getting better very, very soon. It's just going to take a little bit of time for him to get to 100%. But, of course, we want to be patient. We want to make sure that he gets his speedy recovery and he gets enough rest in as well. You don't want to be rushing it. You definitely do not want to be rushing it. Remember, guys, we got, 36 minutes left of the stream before we go ahead and close out. If you guys do have any airsoft-related questions, you guys are looking for my personal opinions on certain things, or you just want to ask me personal questions about anything, I don't really keep secrets, you guys are more than welcome to do so. Just put the letter Q right in front of your question and put it in the live chat so I can see it. And remember, get your orders in. Right? You have a little bit more time now. While this was unfortunate that we did have to postpone it, there is a silver lining, and that silver lining is you have more time to enter next week's Tuesday shopping spree giveaway. $1,250 are now on the line, and it can literally go to anyone. That's the beauty of the shopping spree giveaway. Everyone has a chance at winning, and it can be you, but you got to get those orders in before it's too late. You gotta get them in before it's too late. Again, you have more time now, but don't let it go to waste. Don't be like the kid in summer school, or what is it? When you get summer homework, you guys ever get that? You guys know what I'm talking about? Where you have at the end of the year, you get your summer homework. I hate, why are teachers giving summer homework? Anyway, I digress. They'd give you summer homework, and then you'd be like, I got all summer to work on it. And then it's like, next thing you know, you blink, and it's like, shit, school's tomorrow. I got a school project, and I haven't started on it at all. I haven't done anything, right? You got to rush last minute to go to the arts and crafts stores and get everything you need for your freaking solar. I don't know. Just pulling out some random memories that I've locked away for years. But yeah, don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Don't let time slip away that easily. Thank you. I sent the mask in Discord. I'm more of just trying to look like it's not exact because I'm going to it for playing too. Yeah, both plate carriers are going to be solid. Honestly, if you want to go with the Beetle, go with the Beetle. If you want to go with the Defender, go with the Defender. I think for me, I when it comes to any sort of cosplay loadouts or impression kits, I always can respect, and I think you get a lot more extra points, in my opinion. I think most people can agree. You get extra points for authenticity and for legit. You know what I mean? It just looks a lot more legit if you're going hey, this is the exact plate carrier that he's not. Obviously, doesn't have to be the exact one, right? But you get a lot of extra points to be as screen accurate as you possibly can. I'm actually trying to do several different kits right now, and you guys know, and I've had several different kits in the work right now. I have a MACV SOG kit that I'm working on right now that's 75% done. Honestly, the only thing I need now at this point is going to be the actual belt and the Alice system suspenders. I just need that, and I'm pretty much set. I have everything. I have the XM177. Obviously, I have AKs. I have RPKs that I can use if I really want to go that route. And of course, I also do have my what is it called? I also have my M16s as well. Right, I have options that I can go with from a MACV socket. I'm probably gonna stick with the XM just because I like the XM a lot. I think the XM is a very, very fucking cool variation of the AR family. Right, probably one of my favorite ones out there. But yeah, man, I have that kit going that I'm working on. Gothic Serpent loadout that I'm working on. Delta kit. That one's going to take some time. That one's definitely going to take some time. I have enough stuff to make a pseudo version of it. It's enough to be screen accurate to the movie of Black Hawk Down. You know what I mean? I have enough stuff to do that. I can definitely make that work, and that would be just fine. People would be like, oh, just like the movie, right? But obviously I'm trying to go for the more authentic thing. That's just my personal taste. No disrespect to anyone that does the movie version. That one's still really, really cool. What are the kits that I'm working on? There's a few other things that I wanted to do. One of the other kits that I wanted to make for myself was going to be a cosplay. I have to use a lot of EVA foam for this, but I want to do a cosplay of the Colonial Marines from Aliens. That's another one that I really, really want for years. I've been wanting to do, and I finally found a good method of doing it. So I'm going to try that out for myself within the next year. It might actually happen. So by next year, Halloween, I might actually have a whole kit for that, and I can bring that to the Airsoft. It's going to be fantastic. Solid Snake is another one that I've been trying to do as well. I love Metal Gear Solid a lot. I love the Metal Gear series as a whole. And I think they're fantastic games, man. And I really want to bring a lot of those kits to life. So that's going to be very fun. That's going to be very fun when I eventually get around to it. I have a lot of stuff in the works. I have a lot of plans in the works. But it's always nice to know that, if I can get the real thing, you know what I mean? Or at the very least, something very, very close to it, as close as I can possibly get, I'm going to try to go for it. Because I think it does work out a lot in the long run for the authenticity. And you get a lot more looks. I freaking hate this mic stand, dude. It's been failing me nonstop for the last couple of years. I'm going to have to, one-hand it now. That sounds weird when I say that out loud. I'm going to have to one-hand it for the time remaining. All right, scrolling down. Let's see here. Ackroyd, good to hear from you again, my man. Did the 320X carry need a longer outer barrel for fitting with the PH plus 6 slides? Sorry if you already answered it. No, dude, I have not answered that one as of yet. Longer outer barrel fitting with the PH 6 slides. I didn't think so, actually. I'm pretty sure we use the stock inner barrel we use the stock outer barrel and it seemed to work just fine. Yeah, we didn't change out the barrels on those. We got the stock barrels and they seem to work just fine. I think with the regular M17, it might be a little bit longer, but honestly, I don't. Yeah, we didn't change out the outer barrels on that at all, like at all. That one as well, accurate. The Condor Gunner will always be a go-to when someone asks what their first play carrier should be. I think pretty much any. Well, I don't know why is that. I know that's like a very common joke that people used to do back then, or it was like, oh yeah, you're an airsoft, you're using Condor, and it's like. You realize Condor doesn't make for, like, they don't do any airsoft, like, play. Like, their stuff isn't airsoft stuff. It's 100% meant for, like, real steel shit, right? Like, I remember telling people that, and everyone was convinced that for some reason, right, it was just a bunch of Redditors, right, being like, Condor's for, only good for airsoft. It's like, nah, man, like, Condor makes some really good shit, dude. Like, and their stuff can be cost a premium as well, you know what I mean? Just because, again, like, like they're, it's not it's not Eagle Industries or, like LBT or something like that. Doesn't mean that it's, doesn't have its place either. Of course not. Dude, fucking, I can't tell you the amount of cops that have come in, or like former service members that are like, oh yeah, I remember using this one. It was pretty good. It's like, thank you. Okay, I don't know where this whole, like, trend of, like, some people just hating on Condor for some reason. I love Condor. They do offer some affordable stuff, but $125.95 for a plate carrier is definitely not it's not the most affordable. It's not the most expensive, but it's definitely not the most affordable, especially for like newer players trying to get involved in the hobby. You know what I mean? Like, they're better off if you're really on a budget. They're 100% better off going for something like, I don't know, maybe like a WoW Sport or Lancer or a G Code plate carrier, something along like that, or a Code 11. Like, those would all work very, very well. Those would all work very well, and they are all going to be usually pretty affordable. They're all going to be pretty damn affordable and still look cool and get the job done, Honestly, Condor I think they get a bad rap for some reason. I don't know. Again, I'm pretty sure it's just Airsoft forums have just roasted it for some reason because it's not as Gucci, right? Or because it was probably too easy, right? It's too easy. It's too available. It's not exotic enough, I don't know. That's my running theory, and it seems to be supported pretty greatly. Let's see. Here goes. Let's see. Been doing chores. I've had to step out a few times. Hey, no worries, man. Colonial Marines would be up. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. I freaking love aliens. Did you guys see Alien Romulus, by the way? Holy shit, I saw that last week. Dudes. Or no, 2 weeks ago. So was it 2 weeks ago? Pretty sure it was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago. I saw it 2 weeks ago. Dude, that movie was sick. I loved it, dude. I was absolutely. Here's the thing. I am still upset that Hollywood still to this day cannot realistically come up with any new original ideas. And even if they could, they have no motivation to do so, right? It costs, I get it, it costs a lot of money for production, so studios are going to go for the easiest, quickest money, cash grab that they possibly can, so they're just going to build off of pre-existing IPs. I get that, right? I remember even listening to interviews from like certain producers saying like, yeah, there's no money really that's meant to be earned when you invest or when you try to invest in a original idea or an original property. It just doesn't work, right? I think personally it doesn't work because you don't put enough effort into the writing side. Anyway, I digress. People are, even if it's going to have bad writing, people are still going to end up lining up to watch movies from a pre-existing IP, right? And so it kind of made me a little sad that they're like, okay, they're having to rely on the Alien name, which I'm a huge, massive fucking Alien fan. I read the comic books, dude. I read every like comic book iteration. Maybe not finished every single line, but I read pretty much most comic book series in terms of like the Aliens world, right? And I love that shit, right? I remember going to comic book shops with my dad as a kid and constantly looking for Aliens books, right? And I was always the weird kid that was always looking for Star Wars and Aliens books. I don't know. It was always just that one kid that always like was into that shit. But yeah, man, like I would love to do a Colonial Marines kit, and just seeing Alien Romulus kind of reignited that love though, because everything about that movie was fucking amazing. The acting was already pretty damn good, right? The two main characters, solid, right? The supporting cast were pretty good too. There was obviously, the obvious characters that you knew were gonna die, but they served their purposes very, very well. The art direction was phenomenal. The art direction was absolutely amazing, dude. It was awesome, right? Seeing that they nailed the aesthetic perfectly. The analog, that VHS future, VHS sci-fi look was nailed perfectly, right? Nailed absolutely perfectly. It felt like, and I remember, I even took my dad to go watch it, right? Because he grew up, he watched the original movie when it came out in theaters. He was way too young to be watching that movie when it came out in theaters, but he still did. Times were different back then, but he loves the series too. So when we saw it together, I told him, I was like, dude, it felt like I was watching, the movie came straight out of the late 70s, early 80s, and I was just watching it through a modern lens. And he's like, dude, I felt the same way. I was like, oh, it's so good. It had a good amount of suspense, had a good amount of action to it, a good amount of like horror too. I was not expecting that last act. For anyone that has seen it, that last part, I was not expecting that at all. That got me by complete surprise. That gave me a little bit of chills too. I was actually genuinely like scared during the last portion of the movie. It was so creepy, dude. It was so creepy. But again, it's just so freaking awesome. And the Easter eggs. Oh, yes. It's not a movie that relies on pandering either, which I'm very happy to say. It doesn't rely on pandering at all. It was just a very solid movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to strongly recommend that you go support this movie because, hot damn, we need more movies like this. If you're going to do a sequel of some kind or, a story that's going to be about an existing IP, you better make sure that you bring your A game. And thankfully, Fede Alvarez, the director, he was able to go out and bring it, and I enjoyed it. Everyone that I know that saw it was like actually thoroughly enjoyed the movie and was impressed by it. So if you haven't done it, do yourself a thank you and go watch it. It's fucking fantastic. It's awesome. It's absolutely amazing. You hear that director is trying to remake AVP with the director who did the last Predator movie, Prey. I did hear a little bit about that. I don't know if here's the thing. Here's the problem with Aliens vs. Predator. And I'm going to go on a little sci-fi tangent right now for all 19 of you that are still here, right? Feel free to chime in on this and let me know your thoughts. My biggest problem with the Alien vs. Predator movies that came out, right? The original ones, if you remember that, way back in the day, back in 2003, 2004? Yeah, 2004, and what was it, 2007? When the second one came out? I don't remember when that came out, right? But when those two movies came out, my biggest complaint about them, outside of like the bad writing for the characters, was the fact that it was set in modern times. Why in the hell would you set it in modern times? That makes no sense. I've played the video games, right? They're all set in the future of aliens. They all have the alien setting. They have just the Predator thrown in there as well, which is baller, dude. That is exactly what I want, right? I still want the Colonial Marines, right? I still want a little bit of that action to it, but again, you gotta have that original like alien setting, right? But you throw in the Predator there. It's perfect. Absolutely. You can't set it in modern times and expect me to be like, okay, yeah, it just doesn't work for some. I don't know why. Yeah, 2003, 2007 is way back when. Dies of old age. Dude, 100%. Hell yeah. Isaias, do you go to Comic-Con? I don't go to Comic-Con. The last convention that I went to, God, it's been years, dude. Last convention that I went to, oh God, I remember when they first tried to bring Comic-Con, and they have kind of more or less done it. They do have a convention here in LA. They used to, it was LA Comic-Con, but for a long time they used to call it Kamikaze. I went to that one a few times. I think like twice, maybe. Yeah, I think I went to that one twice. First time was with my dad and my little brother. That was awesome. That was really cool. Definitely smaller compared to obviously San Diego Comic-Con, which is fucking massive. But it was still fun. It was still really, really cool to see a lot of like shit like that. I would love to go to a convention again. I just haven't been in a very, very long time. It's been literally been years since I've been to the last one. Let's do an ATAX, Elixir, Swar Kit. The urban camo pattern has, dude, urban camo. Boaz loves urban camo too. He loves that shit. The urban camo pattern is very, very cool too. Very, very sick. Oh, excuse me. Hella gassy right now. Isaias, when were you even out of diapers when those movies came out? How old was I? Oh shit. I was born in '96. Let's see, I was 7 years old when the first movie came out. Yeah, I was 7 years old when the first movie came out. I remember renting it from Blockbuster. Like I think like a couple years later. I don't remember that. I don't remember much of 2003, 2007. That was part of my bad decade. Oof, sorry about that, man. I didn't want to bring up bad memories. But yeah, dude, no, I was very young. I was very, very young. I was just getting out of my toddler and into my little kid phase at that time. I wasn't allowed to watch those movies, but I still watched them anyway. I would stay up late over at my grandma's house. My cousin would be watching all those. They'd rent all the violent movies that I wasn't allowed to. So every time I slept over at my grandma's house, I was like, oh, I don't know if I should be watching this. My cousin's like, nah, you're fine. Just watch it. Just watch it. It'll be fun. It'll have a blast. And I watched them, and they were awesome. But then I got nightmares, and then I had to go to therapy. So that wasn't fun. 96, I was a junior high school. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to go ahead and like bring up the fucking past. Dude, blast from the past there, man. Absolutely a blast from the past. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, here, let me see if I can try to. There you go. This microphone stand, man. I don't know what's going on with it. This shit is asinine right now. All right, that should hold for now. If I keep it still, that should hold for now. Guys, we have about 20 minutes left of the live stream before we close out. If you guys do want to get your extra entries into the next shopping spree giveaway going on Tuesday for the now stacked prize pot of $1,250, make sure that you are getting your orders in now while you can. Any $20 greater order automatically gets you entered in no matter what it is that you order. However, only for the remaining 20 minutes right now. Every $50 you spend will be getting you 5 entries into the next shopping spree giveaway. So if you want to order yourself this plate here, for example, hey, guess what? 125, that's 10 entries. That's 10 chances of winning that $1,000 prize pot. A $1,250 prize pot. If you want to get yourself some BBs, batteries, chargers, screen guests, no matter what it is, just make sure you get it during these streams. That way you can maximize your potential of winning the shopping spree giveaway. I was drunk then too. Learned to weld drunk as a skunk. Jesus Christ, that is crazy. Wish it would work. I wish so too, man. I wish the stand would work. Haven't been to San Diego Comic-Con at least. I don't remember if I did. Going to LA soon with a Ghost, Spider-Man, and Sukanaka. Hey, that's pretty sick, dude. Hell yeah, that's pretty cool. I remember wanting to do a Spider-Man, but I always wanted to do symbiote Spider-Man. You know what I mean, with the black suit. Oh, dude, that looks so sick. I've always, like, my favorite Spider-Man costume has always been the symbiote costume. That and Ben Reilly's costume. That one is, you know what I mean, with the, I don't know, it's just a sick version of it. I thought it was always really, really cool. Wish it would work a lot. Oh, jeez, that's funny. Okay, scrolling up. Yeah, they nailed the new futurism. Only other movies that did that as well was Blade Runner. Yeah, Blade Runner, that one also did a fantastic job of that as well. You know what's crazy? Think about it this way. We're actually a lot closer to the year Blade Runner of 2049. We're a lot closer to that than we realize. Like, we are a lot closer to that than we realize, man. That is only... It's 24 right now, right? Yeah, that is 25 years away. That is 25 years away. Holy crap, dude. We're going to be in the same timeline as Blade Runner. Isn't that wild? Isn't that freaking crazy? Or no, the one thing that always kind of gets me, though, things probably won't change that much, honestly. Considering, like, you know, in the 80s, they thought 1985 we were going to have, like, hoverboards and flying cars. And, like, I was promised this future, and I'm looking around like, where the fuck's my hoverboard? Where's my flying car at? I didn't get any of that, man. I did not get any of that. Anywhere. It really sucks, right? It really sucks because I'm like, I had so much optimism and hope for the future, and now it's all gone. It's all gone. Nothing. I really want that. The biggest tease, the biggest letdown was always a hoverboard. And I remember too, as an April Fool's joke, someone posted on YouTube there. I think it was it Tony Hawk promoting it? It was like an actual hoverboard, and I was like, oh, and I fell for it like a dumbass. I fell for it, and I was like, it's real. I'm gonna buy one, and then it turns out it's fake. Awesome. Fantastic. Cool. Way to play with my emotions, guys, Mr. Tony Hawk. Thanks for that. Always appreciate that. 25 years, I'll be 7. I can't read it because of the 77. You'll be 70 years. Hot? Damn. How old will I be? Let's see. 28 plus 25. I'll be 53. I'll be my dad's age. Holy crap. Yeah. Oh, that one hurts too. We're closer to Craddock, that's a good one. We're closer to Blade Runner 2049 than to Back to the Future. Oh no. Oh no, Jesus Christ. That is crazy. No, this one's wild. This one's for all my millennial and later Gen Z guys. watching, or what is it? Anyone watching anyone watching a movie from the early 2000s is the same as someone from the early 2000s watching a movie from the 80s. Think about that. That's crazy, dude. Or no, whenever you tell some Gen Alpha kid, right, or some Gen Z, or like early or a late Gen Z, when you're like, when they ask you, oh, what year were you born? I was like, oh, I was born in 19. They go 19, right? And they're like, bro, I'm gonna slap you, silly man. I'm gonna absolutely slap the shit out of you. Slap some respect into that. When they just go 19. What is it? And I think it was even because there was this whole thing, right, where it was like, what does the term like ancient mean? Right? What does the term ancient mean? And they were like, anything, from the 1900s. And it was like, oh, shit. And it was like every kid born in the 90s. And it's like, God damn. All right? We're ancient now, man. We got that real unk energy. We unks now, bro. We unks now. Yeah, but the 80s action movies were dope. That's true. That is, in my opinion, I'm going to say from 1975 till about yeah, I'll say till about 1998, 1997. No, I'll say 1999. I'll say 1999. I think anything from that era, that was like the golden era of like movies. If I'm being completely honest. I genuinely think that was like the golden age. You know what I mean? The golden age. I know that we had like during our lifetime in the early 2010s, we definitely had the golden age of television for sure. Because TV at that point was like, so you had some shows for sure that were like bangers, like The Sopranos and shit. But like generally speaking, we didn't really get The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Mad Men. We didn't get a lot of these like really really dope shows until a little bit later on. Obviously, there's some like hidden gems for sure. But typically speaking, that golden age of television was pretty dope in the early 2010s. But the golden age of movies, man, something about the 80s. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the optimism that we felt. Something about it was just. We were on top of the world, man. We were on top of the world. It was awesome, right? And I still watch movies from that era. Still my favorite era of cinema. I get up in the morning. It sounds like firecrackers going off, but it's just my joints. Dude, don't say that. That's gonna be my future, man. I don't want that to happen to me. My joints imploding. Fuck, dude. Oh yeah, Victor, what's going on, Victor? Dog, we are literally going to be in the same events of Black Ops 2. Dude, what's crazy too. What's insane is, I don't know if you remember, this was before COVID hit. If you can remember, this is 2019, early 2020. There was like growing tensions with Iran, right? There was all this stuff going on, and I was like, you know what? I want to escape from all this, right? I'm gonna play Battlefield, because Battlefield 4, BF4 is like my favorite game to just like. It's my favorite FPS game to just unwind to. My favorite FPS game of all time, though, is fucking Titanfall 2. But anyway, going back to Battlefield, and I remember like listening in to like some of the like lore that was going in for Battlefield, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Or some of the maps, like some of the map lore that happens, and I'm like, why does this sound eerily familiar? What is going on here? Oh, did you see, by the way, speaking of current events, you hear about what's happening with Germany, right? That they have, apparently they're like, I think they're approved now to have like a full-on, like legit, like military, like armed forces, right? Like a legit, like actual standing military. Right, that can like take that's pretty sizable now. They were going into London, right? Some of their Navy boats were going into London, and they started on their speakerphone, started playing the Imperial March sound as they were like docking their ships. I was like, are you kidding me right now? World War III is about to happen, and you think that's appropriate? It's funny, but goddamn, man, freaking a little too on the nose for that one. A little too on the nose for that one. Back to Future 2 was set in 2015. We already passed that one. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm just disappointed that we didn't get the flying cars or we didn't get the hoverboards. We were close. Don't do us like that, bro. Don't do that to us, bro. Hey, man, it's reality. It's setting in. Jack, ASEC, Quark, C, Skew if you want something more budget friendly, Tanga, answer that one as well. It's just, C, I'm literally a year older than Isaias, and I'm starting to feel like all the random cracks and creaks that everyone complains about. You're next, man. Dude, I already get it. Here's the thing. I've had creaks and, pops in my body since I was like 15. So I was like 15 years old. I don't know what happened. I feel like an old man inside like a fucking young man's body. I don't know. I've always just felt like a generally an old person. It doesn't help too whenever I have to do anything like requiring a little bit of technical knowledge. I'm like, fuck, dude. Where's my little brother? Jazz is taking older than me, and she knows more about technology than I. I feel like a real boomer, man. I feel like a real boomer. I don't get this confangled technology. Where's my wood at? Where's my log at? I just want to sit in my log. all the writers in the 80s were so drunk and high, they wrote about what they saw while tripping. That is an interesting theory, that some of them were just like absolutely just tripping balls, and they were like, all right, let's put this on a script. This is going to be awesome. Right? Like, it could be that. It could be that. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised, especially at that, like, at the height of success, right? What's that movie? Like, all the fucking dudes, all the oh my god, what are they called? All the freaking yuppies in freaking American Psycho, right? These are all, people that work in, like, finance, like, these are acquisition and mergers, right? These are all, like, Wall Street people that are, like, 100% doing fucking cocaine, right? Like, it's crazy. It was a crazy time. I wish I could go back in time just to see what it was like for myself. You know what I mean? Just to go back in time to the 80s, just to see, like, for it all for myself and take it all in. Right, just to see what all the hopefulness of the future is going to be. It'd be nice. It'd be very, very nice instead of all this nihilism going around. I mean, it's more realistic, but still, they get kind of tired of the nihilism. Yeah, Titanfall 2, fucking dope, man. I get the 1,000 yard stare when I see the twins in the background of a oof, hell yeah, of a movie. Man, it gets real. It gets real. That's true. Every time I see a movie or even shows. You know what's crazy? Was it Friends? Yeah, the TV show Friends. My brother loves Friends. I was like, I walked in on him watching a few episodes, and I remember seeing, like, when they do the transitions, I was like, oh, what are those two? Oh yeah, I forget, dude. I remember when 9/11 happened. That was crazy. I remember, like, everyone was lined up in school. Like, everything stopped. Like, literally everything was frozen. Like, my grandma was actually one of the cafeteria ladies at my elementary school that I went to. What was it? Martin Luther King Elementary in Compton? Yeah, Martin Luther King Elementary in Compton when I went there. And holy crap, dude. Like, I remember, like, all the staff there was just completely stopped. Everyone was still, like, nothing was going on. All the kids were, like, running around like nothing happened, right? And at that point, I think the school made, like started calling all the parents, made an announcement like, okay, yeah, we're going to take the day off today. Get your kid and go home. I think it was like we got that day off. I think even the next day I think we had off, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We had 2 days off that day, those 2 days. And you know what's even crazier too? What's insane is during that time period, my dad's a videographer, right? My dad's a videographer. He works for a news station. He's one of the camera operators. He's a lot bigger now, right, in terms of his position. But at the time, that's what he was doing. And he had gotten a call that would happen, and he had actually received notice that there was actually right at that same time, like just a few hours later, LAX was expecting another plane to arrive, and they were late. And everyone was fucking worried. And they were, like, radio silent for a while. And everyone was fucking nervous because then they saw that the plane was then about to dock pretty soon. They were there. They were inside and they were about to land. Right? They were in the airspace. They picked them up and they were on their way to LAX. So my dad was called in and he was like, hey, something might happen here at LAX airport. We don't know what, but we need people to cover it just in case. And my dad was like, well, I might die today. Today might be the day. So he kissed my mom goodbye on the phone and was like, I gotta go to work. I gotta do what I gotta do. If something happens to me, tell Isaias I love him, right? Tell Lisa I love him. And it was like, well, shit. I remember my grandma took me home early that day. I had to wait for my mom to pick me up. She was working too, at a nurse at downtown. And yeah, man, it was crazy. I didn't realize all this shit was happening around me. And that took me back, dude. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Every time I think about 9/11, it's like, fuck, I get, like, thrown back through it like a time warp, dude. It was crazy. I was across the Queensboro Ridge from there, saw it happen in real time. Dude, that's wild, dude. That is absolutely insane that you were able to go and see. That's, fuck, dude. Yeah, Y2K was real. It's insane, dude. Anyway, back on a more serious thing, guys. We have 7 minutes left of the live stream. If you guys want to go ahead and get your orders in, maximize your potential of winning next week's Tuesday shopping spree giveaway for $1,250. Make sure to go and get your orders in before it's too late. Jack Zoplage, is there a rail adapter for the Echo M14? The Echo 1 M14. Let's see here. M14 rail mount. I think there's a few. Yeah, I think we're currently sold out right now. Yeah, we did carry a few different M14 mount bases, but they are currently sold out at this time. Yeah, I do apologize for that, brother. I am sorry. Hopefully we can get restocked, fairly soon for those. Let's see, 9/11. I was drunk, just got off work at third shift and was wasted before the planes hit. Yeah, okay, so definitely not like fully there when it happened. No, dude, I remember like seeing a little bit on TV, but I just couldn't. You know what I mean? Like how old was I? So fucking 5. I was 5 years old. I didn't really, you know what I mean? Like it was kind of going over my head. Really, I was just like, oh, I have today off, right? I don't have to go to school today. My grandma picked me up early. She left and then she picked me up. I picked up my cousins from the middle school across the street, and we just hung out at home at my grandma's house, just waiting the entire time for my mom to pick me up. And thankfully my dad was okay. Thankfully it turned out nothing happened. They spent hours at LAX, so he was there waiting for hours at LAX, and he was just like, "Fuck, dude! Like I don't know what's gonna happen. Is this plane gonna explode when it reaches the airport? Is there a bomb on there? They had to pull out the bomb squad. Like everyone was there." Everyone was there. They pulled out all the stops in terms of security to make sure there was nothing suspicious on that plane. Turns out they just had a lot of issues with the radio. It happened. It just coincidentally happened around that time. The pilots had no idea what had happened. As soon as they landed, they were briefed on the situation. They were like, "Oh fuck! Like shit, that's crazy. That is absolutely wild." Pretty much wasn't a whole lot to do back then. All I'm learning about Jesus is he was drunk during most world events. What is like Forrest Gump, but instead of just running or doing his other stuff, he's like, "No, I was just wasted during that time." You know what? To be fair, I'm pretty sure after that event, I'm pretty sure a lot of people got wasted. Pretty sure a lot of people got wasted beforehand, or a little wasted after, just because shit. End of the world's happening, shit's falling apart. Now we're going to war, right? That whole shit happened. That's a whole other topic for another day. Yeah, but that's crazy. And Christian, that's crazy that you were across the bridge when you saw it happen. That's insane, dude. Like that is fucking wild. And it's crazy that you can still go to Ground Zero today. That's what's insane to me. Ground Zero is 100% still there. That is absolutely insane, dude. Want to fill out a retirement benefit package together? Y'all can retire? Y'all are retiring? Damn, y'all got it made. Y'all can retire. Bro, I can't retire for shit, man. Bro, I ain't going to be able to retire for anything. I don't think anyone 30, I'm going to say 32, 35 right now. I'm going to say that anyone that is maybe later, millennial, early Gen Z, I don't think that we are realistically going to be able to retire or see retirement until we are well past 70. Well past 70, you know what I mean? I mean, humans are living longer, so there is that, right? That we are living longer, so there is that. But I don't foresee a retirement happening for me, really. And honestly, I don't know if I really would want to retire completely. I feel like I'm the type of guy that would always want to be even though I'd want to have obviously my break days and stuff and take it easy. I don't want to stress out about it. I feel like just so that I have something to do, just for my own mental sake, I'm pretty sure I would still be doing something. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I would still be doing something even in my old age. Can you imagine me at a 70-year-old still working at GI? Just I come in every so often, bunch of new staff and everything, right? But I'm the old guy, right? I'm the old guy that everyone comes up to. What was Airsoft? Pop, what was Airsoft like back in the 2000s and 2010s? Let me tell you a story, son. Let me tell you way back then. The year was 2020. We were all locked inside for some reason. We all had an obsession with this toilet paper thing. You know what I mean? I can totally imagine me in my old senile age talking stories about that. Oh, it's going to be crazy. I'm just going to work until I die. That's my plan. Don't have to worry about retirement. That's true. You don't have to worry about retirement if you just don't retire. There you go. That's the same mentality. Don't have to worry about saving the hostages if there's no hostages. There you go. One thing I remember clearly was the fall of the Berlin Wall. Damn, dude. Damn, that's crazy, brother. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I was even born when that happened, but yeah, go for it, man. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. Jason was pre-gaming 9/11. I'll retire when they put me 6 feet under. Yeah, dude, seriously, the same. I never remember going home early on 9/11, and all channels were showing the towers except Nickelodeon. I mean, that one makes sense. Just when the little kid in me knew something big just happened. Yeah, I knew something was going on. I just didn't, it just didn't click in my head what exactly, and I couldn't grasp the reality of what just happened. You know what I mean? That was wild. That was absolutely fucking wild. fuck, dude, I don't know. And you know what's crazy too? Fucking like my parents didn't tell me about any of this until like a year later, and then I started like being able to I can start grasping with stuff, and I was like, and they told me, you mean my dad could have died? That could have happened. I don't know. All this shit happened. Right? It just threw me back, just how serious the situation actually was when it all came down, right? When all this shit started started grasping, I was like, oh, this happened. Oh, we're at war because of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like all this shit. Absolutely insane. Absolutely wild. Guys, if you have anything in your cart right now, I'm going to strongly recommend that you check out now while you guys can before it's too late. That way you can go ahead and, again, take advantage of the promotions going on. Every $50 you spend getting you 5 entries into the shopping spree. But this was a fun stream, actually. I know I was very disappointed, that we weren't able to do the giveaway tonight. But you know what? It is what it is. You know what? I wish Bossman a speedy recovery. But, I was glad that we were still able to hang out nonetheless. I always enjoy hanging out with every single one of you guys and just shooting the shit, right? Even if we're not talking about Airsoft specifically, it's always still really fun to be chiming in with you guys. Okay, I see one last question. Any CQB M4 that you recommend? I have a really small arena with 300 FPS limit, but the option to go for a big field with a option with higher FPS. I'm going to say, if you want my honest recommendation right now, there's a lot of different options you can go with, but... see, Echo 1 P15. Is the P15? Is that what it's called? Echo 1 P9. Is that what it is? Oh, what the frick is it called? There's an option, I believe. Is it Echo 1 or Jag that they have it? Ah, frick. Where the heck did it go? Okay. Let's see, Echo P9. Is that what it's called? Why is the internet so slow? Ah, damn it. Echo. Okay, yeah, let's try that. P15. Echo 1 P15. That might work. Damn it, that one's also sold out as well. Fuck. If you're looking for an M4. Oh, okay. AR4. That's what I would recommend. AR4 is probably going to be my go-to. That and like the Echo 1 stuff. These are pretty solid. That's what I would recommend, Mr. Medusa. Check it out. Get yours in. You're going to be entered into next week's Tuesday's $1,250 shopping spree. Guys, I had a blast hanging out with every single one of you. It always means the world to me that you guys choose to spend your free time hanging out with myself and the rest of the Mayo Gang. Again, I'm sorry that we weren't able to go and do the giveaway today, but again, I promise it is going to be worth it when we do Tuesday's giveaway for that stacked $1,250. I appreciate every single one of you guys for taking the time out of your day hanging out with myself and the rest of the Mayo Gang. Seriously, I can't believe to this day that I have this many of you guys that still like to tune in. It always means the world to me. You guys have yourself a wonderful night. Take it easy. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day. Spend time with friends and family, and hopefully get to play some Airsoft as well.